Hey, everybody. I made it. I made it. I made it. You made it. We made it. All right. I'm doing something weird with my computer. So, split screen. I know, right? I'm such a boomer. I'm such a boomer. How's it going? I know. I know, right? It's not like to make fun of her. It's just, it's funny, I think it is. But anyway, it's good to see you. Just me, Lou. Hey, little brands. How you doing? Hey, Nina. How's it going? Y'all cold? Y'all cold yet? Betsy's tag, old woman of the hills, divergent, sim R3C, Mally 22. Oh my gosh, all these numbers, right? I wish they would go back to the regular. We need the regular stuff. You stuck in traffic? Girl, behave. It's okay. You're fine. Be careful, by the way. Blue Ridge hiker. Uh, Boboosroo. I think I might not be saying that right, and I'm sorry. Hey, Davis, LA. I know. Oh, and Central. What the hell's TAL? I'm like Tallahassee. Anyways, no, right? Louisiana, right? Yeah, it's chilly here too. Let's see, it's 47. I brought a blanket this time because every time I end these things, probably because I sit up here for like 18 hours. Anyways, that's not on purpose. I just have so much to say. There's so much to talk about because the content creator, Lauren Matthias, also creates a lot of content, turns out. And I have to know it. I need to know it. I want to know it. We have the right to know it. And it's just been one long, slow burn, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's like, it's effective. I'll tell you that. It's effective and it's aggravating. Hey, Beach Bum. Mom of Doodles, Auntie M. Hey, hey, Pammy. Jennifer Sucoup. Salty Sleuth, what's up? True Crown Butterfly, what's up? Monica, don't you? I feel threatened. I feel threatened. Oh my god, I feel threatened. Right? Well, I've been working on some good merch. Yeah, I don't know if it's appropriate, but it sure is fun. Even anyways. Yeah, I won, but I don't know. Whenever I found this out, I was like, I was livid because it's like the principle, the point. Why the hell did she do that? Yeah, I know it's a dumb question, pretty much, but it just pissed me off. And I know I should be, and I am relieved. I think I don't even know how to feel yet. Been trying to process that one. It pissed me off because it was unnecessary anyways to begin with, and I mean, it's not like she dropped it. She didn't file stuff right, and she still can file against me. So, I try not to have my hopes up or get my hopes up because then shame on me, whenever the rug gets pulled out from underneath me again. So, but yeah, small victories, I guess. But it's not because she's nice. It's not because she felt sorry or felt like a shitty person like she should. It's because she didn't do shit right. So, shocker. She jumped the gun on that one. And it's just crappy. But thank you. Nothing against you. I'm sorry. It's just my feelings, me and my fifis. Hey, Kentucky, hun. Victor M. Klein. Oh, hey. Hey, Huggy Bear. It's turtle time. All right. Mom of Doodles, Boise Great Dane. Hey. Aw. Oh, it's rainy. Well, stay off the streets. Y'all are some crazy drivers over there, I have to say. I'm just saying. I was like, "Damn, why is everybody so angry around here?" Not just Boise, but, Utah. Holy cow. There's some angry drivers over there, you know? But anyways, if anybody wanted to know, now you know what I know. Hey, Angela. Hey, Lauren, 1902. Miss Mojo, what's up? Hey, Language of Horses, how you been, girl? Hope you've been doing good. Oh, speaking of, you better be driving good over there, okay? Be like, set the precedent, okay? I'm kidding. But still, good to see you. And Elizabeth, blessings. Oh, yay. We doing an 18-hour live? Oh, no. Oh, no. I could. I really could. Tables are turned. Lauren. Lauren crime. Right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And Hidden True Slime, it's always good to see your name. Haha. Let me I'm gonna mute this for a second. I'm gonna open my can. I took the comment down instead of unmuting myself. But anyways, West Russell, how's it going? Hey, Kylie, good to see you. I'm never gonna catch up. Monica, Ladybug Toes, thank you. I really appreciate that. But then I'm like, well, who wouldn't? You know what I mean? It's just important. It's important. When I realized what was going on, I was like, oh, hell no. That's what this is all about. She is trying to suppress her own words from coming after her ass and biting her in the you know what. Her and John. I don't even call him Dr. John anymore because prove it. Okay. Call me Princess Kresha. Okay. I mean, just because I say so. And I don't have a wand right now. It's going to be shipped here, allegedly. And I could bippity boppity boo, but until then, I'll just, no proof. Just trust me. That's dangerous. What is potentially going on. And that is, just because people, act the part, say they are this person with all these credentials, yada, yada, yada. And they're just really good at just schmoozing people, How much damage can an alleged psychologist with all those alleged credentials, how much damage can that duo do? Really? I mean, it's scary. And it's serious. This is serious. I don't know. They better hope. They better hope. That's all I'm saying because everybody's been digging. Not so much me, not on that part. I don't really know what I'm talking about or that field. I'm with Christina. I was like, oh, philosophy. Okay. I never looked. I never was like, oh, let me find out what that means. So I'm with you. Anyways, so it's okay to question. It's okay to question people. It's okay to question me. All I can do is tell you yes or no. That's it. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah. I need to. I've worked on plenty of designs. I mean, I've got the brows, I know, whatever, sue me or don't. Never mind. Wrong. Maybe I'll give me a shirt that says sue me with the eyebrows on it. I don't know. Maybe trial tourist and both one eyebrow can be the T, and then tourist the other T. Anyways. Thank you, Divergent, for becoming a member. You deserve better than oh wait, I'm trying to get over here. You deserve better than the statements that were made in ignorance. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Joel, Cindy. Thank you. And Janice Kershaw. Are you from Louisiana? Sammy Kershaw is who I think of, but I get called Kershaw sometimes because my name. Whatever. I've been asked if it's uh Czechoslovakian. I'm like, or Russian, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. But it came from my dad, and then my mom allowed him to name me, so here I am. But it's nice to have you here. Thank you. I'm gonna try and keep up with these things tonight. I didn't do good with my okay. All right, let me hush. Let me hush. And I know that some of you guys have seen this already, and myself included. This is how I roll. And I sound like Lauren. And Sue. I feel I don't like the split screen. What if I want to get out of it? What do I do? All right, so we're just gonna roll with it. We're just that's why I didn't go live last night or yesterday on my regular day, and I apologize for that. I just was like working on getting it scheduled. That's like I don't know. It's like my nemesis or something. And because I had this whole plan to talk about oh, uh I can't remember the name of it, but it was gonna be talking about uh true crime, how we consume it, how we should consume it, and just things like that. I wish I had it right here on tap, but I don't. Of course I don't, right? Oh, the architecture of exploitation, and it's a forensic accounting of the media, money, and theology behind the Daybell Vallow tragedy. So, I mean, yes, she was going to factor in there, of course, right? But, yeah, slow burn. It's a slow burn. That's what this is. So, and it's not us burning, it's the gaslighting that's going on that's torching the whole kingdom down. And I'll be damned if it's going to torch my kingdom down. I know I feel okay. I sleep good at night. Hey, Chuck. Don't know everything going on, but I'm behind you, Kay, Larry, and the rest of the family. You are family. But no, we thank you. I thank you. I thank you for sure. Um, I'll tell you what's going on. Uh, Lauren's a biatch, but it wasn't a big secret, anyways. But yeah, exploitation at its finest, man. This is like alarming though, because she's exhibiting, in my opinion, as not a professional, not an expert, but as an experienced freaking peon, I guess. She expresses a lot of the same behaviors that Lori has and does. In my opinion, it's very scary uh, and worrisome. Like, I worry, and I don't want to worry, but I can't help who I am. Hey, Hawkeyes. She mirrors Lori. I thought it said she loves mirrors, and I was like, except behind her. She doesn't like them behind her because then you can see her head and how much she didn't fix it. Who says that? But she's definitely spiraling for sure. I agree with that. Yeah, supper. I know Jason's got it going on in there right now. Experienced scammer. Yeah. Hey, Idaho mom. Normal. Okay. We got to stress that point. The normal Idaho mom. Lauren is good at manipulating. I agree with the LVD comparison. It's scary. And I mean, that's not exact. This is me not exaggerating. Trust me, you would be able to know, be able to tell. But it really is. And it's concerning, especially like digging into her book. Just paying attention now, with what I know now, with what happened, with all the things, it's freaking scary. So let's get to it, right? But I'm glad y'all are here. Um, under Gresha. Another one is this is just something that I've heard, it's my name. So it's my name. Don't wear it out. Haha. Anyways, lightning crashes it kind of, when he sings it, it goes lightning crash. I'm like, yes. Anyways, I know. I'm just a wealth of random shit. Okay. So, hey, Into the Weeds, how are you doing? Yeah, you caught me. Now what are we gonna do? Kidding. I'm glad you're here. All right, let me get this started. Well, yeah, it's exact tactic. And it's like, lady and sir, not Dr. John. The not, wait, no, I can't say that. No. The alleged Dr. John, right? I mean, it's not anybody else that is ruining or destroying or, going after your brand, your brand. Nobody's doing that. In fact, it has nothing to do with anything that we're doing, okay? Or any alleged stalker that you might come up with in your little minds, fantasies. It has all to do with the shit your old lady, I'll call her an old lady. No, it's the shit that Lauren has said about others, and it's called karma, and what goes around, and then it goes and it comes back around. Okay. Justin Timberlake. Anyways, I don't think that Lauren actually plugs Hidden True Crime, which is interesting, right? In this whole body cam, which is 51 minutes and 44 seconds. And this is from the one I'm playing is a full 51 minutes and 44 seconds. This is Dream Feed Media, and she is the forensic accountant that did the Lord's work, in my opinion, and showed a guesstimation of what Lauren and John, rake in to build mansions and shit. I mean, like I said, my house is on wheels, straight up, and I rent it. So there's that. But I mean, whatever. If they were deserving people, I'm right there. But they have proven themselves not to be, in my opinion, in my experience, pretty shitty. And you're burning your own false fucking kingdom down. Okay? If you would have just been a woman of people of integrity, people with compassion and empathy, and it's empathetic. It's not empathic. Okay, Lauren. Okay, thank you. Been bugging me about that. It's empathetic, not empathic. You too, Megan. Anyways, but anyway, y'all hit like and subscribe and all those good things. All right, let me shut up. We shouldn't be here, yet here we are. All right. So I'm gonna give Dream Feed Media's link, and you go sub up to her. $2.3 million annually, but could be 3 to 6 times more. It's a guesstimation, just like what John does. All right. I got questions.
See, there you go. See, you can be nice. Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
Oh.
You Grayson or
Yes.
okay. Okay, so how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get my boss.
Oh, I need to run some.
I'll try and put the. I don't know.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Officer.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Where do we start?
Yeah. So she's a public figure.
Let's start with that damn jumpsuit you got on, girl. I mean, might as well just be orange, like your Twinkie, like Lori, right? I'm just saying. And yeah, I've watched a couple other people dissect this too. And I want to say it was Jolene who said that as soon as Lauren comes in, it seems like Grayson, she appears to cover up, be self, what do you call that? I can't think of the word. She's uncomfortable, and that's interesting. Let's back that up. And yet clean y'all's damn house. You called the cops. You're like, beep, boop, boop, boop. I wonder if they called. I hope they didn't call the emergency number. Can you imagine? And so they had time to clean, especially Grayson, because Grayson called under her name, which makes no damn sense. Everything's in Grayson's name, except for the bank accounts, the money. I think there's an NDA now. All right, let me ask you.
Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
You Grayson or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get my box.
Oh, Sheree, I need to run some.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Officer. Where do we start?
Yeah. So she's a public figure online,
Okay.
and
Oh, shit. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. She called her in there just to say, I mean, Grayson called the police to make a police report on this June 19th, 2025. And here she calls under her name. She just called Lauren to come into the living room to come talk to the policeman. And then where do we start? And then this one, Grayson, is like, well, okay, no, ma'am. Why? She's told what's her face, Sarah, that Lindsay can talk to whomever she wants to. Well, Lauren needs to talk for herself, okay? Because she's avoiding people. She's starting shit and then avoiding people. And that's what that is, I believe. And so you shouldn't be speaking for her. It's weird. Anyway.
We've got somebody sent us an email today that the
Messages.
yeah, we're being settled down, and then the last couple weeks things have been ramping up again. We've got somebody
What'd y'all
sent us
do?
an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as news fiction and law and crime. So I'm a true crime reporter.
Okay.
Not a good one. You're a very shitty one, okay? Ugh. In my opinion. How many people here, and this is not, I mean, this is a relevant question I have. How many suspect that there has been a split between John and Lauren? Honestly. It just has felt really off, and then going back and looking at things, she mainly just calls him her partner, her co-host, her husband only when she needs to, only when it suits her, when it serves her. And I mean, she's at Grayson's house all the time she was filming and reporting true crime. She was not at home, not most of those times. And then it makes me wonder, did they make up their son's ailments, his alleged ailments, or did they weaponize him too? Which, I mean, it tracks if so. But I mean, if they did report truthfully for their fake stalker story, for the fake reports, in my opinion, does their child have these problems? And if the stalker story is false, like I believe it is, then if they're reporting accurate, mental problems and stuff like that, just issues with their child, is it because of their situation? Because that seems more plausible if they're, reporting truthfully, which I doubt it. It's making me gone. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. It's so annoying. It is. It's very annoying. Hey, I have ADHD, and this is my channel, and this is how I do it. You don't have to be here, boo. I appreciate you being here, but I'm not a reporter. I'm a family member of the victims, and this is how I do things. And I get it. Trust me, it gets on my nerves. So, but anyways, so fuck it, I forgot. Right?
Like Law and
Just worried about
Crime
their
and even
kid.
News Nation are
Okay.
reaching out about my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. True crime is true.
That right there, true crime is true. I'm like, wow, wow, that was a brain buster, right? Oh my gosh. And she thinks it's like a damn national security threat or something.
Okay.
And like Law and Crime and even News Nation are
Okay.
reaching out about my private messages. So it's this like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. True crime is true.
It's not about you.
It's real. People forget that. There are. I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay.
I have been to numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mhm.
And if the
You don't work with them. You infiltrate. Okay. That's what you do. You're a foe, not a friend. That seems to be what's going on, in
these
my opinion.
private messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mhm.
It's going to be a lot of people
Okay.
that is harmed. And
True crime is true. You
we
heard it here
have
first.
private emails that have now come from a Proton email saying true crime, more like true lies. We know you've been talking about all these people to name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like we were just
Stop with the fucking name dropping. Like this is like, yeah, so if you know them, then you know me, you know the escalation this is for me talking shit about them. That's all this is. And it is interesting though to watch them at work. Literally, like they say, right? Literally.
at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with
Name drop.
numerous high profile victims of crime.
Mhm.
Like, and again, these are I share off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that like people
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
the ex-employees.
Okay.
Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this
No,
information.
girl, they're not.
I'm gonna go forward with this. We can't
Okay.
say this.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not.
No.
I did not.
Whoa. Let me back that up. Because they're my employees.
Like,
and
hey, I learned this information. I'm gonna go forward with this. We can't
Okay.
say this.
I mean, I don't think like the one screenshot that, has gotten out is this one. And let's see if it looks anything like what she's saying. Oh, I cannot read that because my screen is small. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think the thing that makes me the most mad is that I don't like hypocritical self-righteousness. Kresha and Elmom are great examples, but they are small. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So we can be mad, but roll our eyes. These two have a big following and control a subreddit and still act like this. To correct myself, Lauren says, I don't just roll my eyes at Kresha. I find her actions despicable and destructive. I think I can handle it more because her brain, and here, this is for you, Lindsay, the one that just, bitched at me about how long it takes me to get around to things. You ever heard of trauma? Okay. Because her brain doesn't seem to comprehend anything comprehensive. Jordan and McKay know better. Mormon stories made Jordan and McKay, basically J&K, yet they steal their slides, their entire show, and call it theirs without shame. So is it because of what she just said when she said,
This
let me back it up.
Who when you say them?
Let me
the
take this in.
ex-employees.
Okay.
Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm gonna go forward with this. We can't
Okay.
say this.
Did you have an NDA?
So was that anything resembling that? Was this like, hey, employee, we're going to go ahead with this and not that? Okay. No, this is her talking shit.
With them?
I did not.
I don't know
I did
why.
not.
And there's the big challenge right there.
Yeah, that's a
Posted
challenge.
threats online,
Okay.
to release her public stuff, her private stuff.
Shut up.
And we have said
Well, I'd have to-
from a report.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother.
I thought he was not your lawyer. I mean, we already knew, but it's just interesting to watch her lie right there to our face, They're okay with it.
He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, so that's why I use
Yeah.
him. But
In their opinion, they were being smart ass, in my opinion. I think they were like just saying it to be like, yeah, he's a good lawyer. Like basically, we don't give a shit. Okay. We don't care. And I'm down for that. You know what I've not gotten? A cease and desist.
Wrote back saying, okay, dear Lawrence's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, so that's why I use
Yeah.
him. But they
Is he like the RICO lawyer? The good RICO lawyer kind? Not the ones that actually represent the RICO defendants, but any involved like in a RICO? It makes me wonder, for real. Her brother that passed away, Jameis. There were a couple of times whenever she said that her brother was supposed to be investing in hidden true crime. And I found that kind of curious because everything's within like intention, to me. Like that's what it seems like with Lauren and John. They have their scripts, basically, their what they're gonna say, who they are in public versus who they are behind closed doors. And it's like, okay, was and I mean, this is just a hypothetical question, was hidden true crime ever going to be part of that RICO had brother been here still living, and he had invested in their hidden true crime, or did he? Is there any, is there any paper trail leading to investment? Because I'd heard he invested in the company a long time ago. I actually had heard, and I mean, this is just hearsay, but I'm just trying to make sense of all this crap, right? Because we've never gotten the full story, in my opinion. We're having to dig for it. We're having to wait for it to fall out. It's just it bothers me. Oh, also, did Jameis have a life insurance policy? And if so, who was the recipient? That became relevant in my world. Not so much, I don't give a shit about the money. I'm talking about that is motive. That is a reason, I'm not saying anything, I'm not insinuating anything, nothing like that. It just, that's like the number one leading cause, in my opinion, of accidental looking deaths. It was self-defense. And, that's what Lori and Alex tried pulling for Charles. And they tried saying it was self-defense, that Charles was raging at them with a bat, and all the things, just so victim. They're victims everywhere they go. No kidding, mom of doodles. Lauren would be absolutely thrilled to become a family member of a high-profile true crime story. She would bathe in the attention. My God, I never even thought about that part, but I could just see it. Oh my God. Yeah, but he was not married. He didn't have any children. So there's that. Uh-oh. That's a conspiracy theory. Oh, wait, you're talking about the dad? Or you think he was pulling a Arthur Knight, or AKA Nicholas Rossi, when he faked his death? I'm just shooting the shit. But I mean, for real, that's a valid question to say, or to ask, if there was a life insurance policy. If so, I just can't imagine I can't imagine this guy not having it. I mean, I don't know yeah. Ooh. Lakewood Salon Group says she sure wanted that baby. So yeah, that blew my mind the other day when, I don't know where, I think it was in Everyday with Jay, in her chat. I don't know. I go to Excited Utterance. I go to Everyday with Jay. I go to Nonsense when she's going on about this. I go Left Undone. I'm trying to think of everybody and I can't. But Dream Feed Media, everybody who covers this. And, so the conversations run in together. But somebody said, it was just kind of the conversation. Maybe it was allegedly innocent, where because it sounds like the Spermgate story is true. It just seems like it was exaggerated on Lauren's part, in my opinion. And if there were to be a baby, I'm not saying she would carry it, but if there was a surrogate, then that would be a dependent, and that would be an heir to anything that Jameis had. Yeah, Mrs. Roper. That too. Yeah, so anyways, it's just one of those things. It's like, hey, what's the motive here? Like, what's the point? I mean, because why? And look, I don't, it's a weird topic, okay? But if it were me, in my family, it was my family, and she had no problem ripping and roaring, right? Roaring. I can't even say it. She had no problem talking about all the grossness, all the just horrifying things about the deaths of my family members. And this isn't just like I'm going to get back at her. That's not me. But so I don't feel as guilty asking this question. I just don't understand. I'm not shaming anybody who wants to go this route, who chooses to go this route. It is what it is, I'm not here to judge. Just saying it's a little odd that anybody would want to bring a child into this world with no mother, no father, or, especially if it was surrogate. I mean, if he didn't have children already, if he wasn't married already, why? Why wait till he dies to do it? Yeah, if he wanted kids, he might have would have done that. It seems to be the way to go in this religion for sure. So it's like, what's really going on here? I don't know. It's like I said, it's a weird topic, but it's also, it's just one of those questions. I've got lots of questions. Squeaky Wheel says, if Lauren could choose who to have a baby with, would she pick Dr. John, her deceased brother, or Brad Pitt? Well, I would say her deceased brother, and John would have one with Brad Pitt. Anyways. Yeah. Thank you, Lamisa. She's the one, like, people keep saying and repeating that there's a rumor, and they blame it on the Mean Girls, and I'm like, Lauren is the one who said it. She's the one who said, oh, and there's a rumor out there or whatever, however, I didn't quote her. And I would play a lot of her things, but I'm not scared, but I just, I mean, I don't need her to strike me down. I don't need her to be my slave owner anymore. I'm not a slave. You don't own me, right? I think the text could potentially, yes. Oh, thank you. Allegedly. It's alleged. It's not because Lauren was just a do-gooder. It's because she's shitty and she has a shitty assistant right there. And they suck at filing paperwork. So it was like a little technicality, and I'll take it. But it also pissed me off, like, more than I already would. Like, I got more pissed off after I found out it was dropped. The Copyright Claims Board dropped it, and not because Lauren is just so nice. Let me go grab that. But thank you. I'll take it, while I can. Copyright win, but I'm just waiting on the other shoe to drop because she can still do it because it was dismissed without prejudice. So that always confused me. Let me go grab okay, yeah, sorry. Let me grab this real quick. So okay, hold on. Let me switch. I'm gonna have to stop this split screen because it's really tripping me out. Okay, let me hide myself until I can find myself. Okay. And let me take this down and let me switch and go here. So every day with Jay, she basically just trimmed this out of a long live stream she had the other day. I want to say yesterday, maybe the day before.
It says order of intent to dismiss for unsuitability. Ooh, Crusher, you won, baby. It was dismissed. The CCB is saying this does not fit. This is unsuitable. You fucking won, girl. Listen. Order of intent to dismiss for unsuitability. The Copyright Claims Board has concluded that this claim is unsuitable for determination by the board under 17 USC 1506 F3 because the claimants did not submit, and the claimant is Lauren Matthias in Hidden True Crime, did not submit a complete registration application to the Copyright Office before filing the claim. The board can only hear a copyright infringement claim if, before the claim was filed, the legal or beneficial owner of the copyright applied to register the copyright by delivering a completed application, deposit, and fee to the Copyright Office. If the claimants did not provide all three required items, this claim cannot be successfully amended and cannot proceed. The claimants allege infringement of a motion picture or audiovisual work and state that an application to register the work has been submitted to the Copyright Office with request number blank. However, Copyright Office records for that application do not show that the claimants uploaded a copy, the deposit, of the work before filing this claim. If a completed application for registration, including the deposit, was not delivered to the Copyright Office before the claim was filed, the board cannot hear the claim. Therefore, the board intends to dismiss this claim without prejudice for unsuitability.
Oh my God. Okay. I usually don't address people like you because you're ignorant, in my opinion. Yeah, let me tell you just how fucking I jumped and pounced at the opportunity. Yay, my family's dead and they were murdered in the most worst way imaginable. And I just can't wait to not make money here. Okay. Made way more whenever I was working. I do this because this is what I do for them. It's a promise I made to my murdered family members, not fucking Lori. Lori, if you were on that bandwagon, that would be Lauren. Okay. That's the exploiter over there. Okay. Now, Megan, I didn't think she was like that, but turns out maybe I was wrong about her. But please don't come in here with that. Okay. My mom was marked for fucking death. Bite me, please. Oh, I usually don't allow those. Okay, I'm seeing red right now. So let's fucking finish that shit. Whew.
Copyright Office before the claim was filed, the board cannot hear the claim. Therefore, the board intends to dismiss this claim without prejudice for unsuitability. So what does without prejudice mean again? Can she file again or can she not? The claimants may request that the board reconsider its determination. Wait, the claimants may request that the board reconsider its determination of unsuitability by January 5th. A request to reconsider must be filed on the ECCB and may not exceed 7 pages, not including any relevant documents filed as attachments in support. And they must meet the requirements set forth in this law. However, as a complete application for registration is required before the initial filing of an infringement claim before the board, a request to reconsider would only be appropriate if the claimant can show that a complete application, fee, and deposit were submitted for the allegedly infringed work before this claim was filed on November 11th, 2025. So in other words, you can request it, but they're saying if you haven't registered it before you filed this complaint, then your request to review is not going to do you any good. So it says down here, though, alternatively, the claimants may proceed with a new claim by first uploading a copy of the work in the Copyright Office registration system, and after receiving confirmation of a complete application completing a new claim filing in CCB. And that's it pretty much. So right now, I mean, I guess if she decides to refile it, she would have to pay the fee, register it with the Federal Copyright Board. But as of right now, they have dismissed it. Congratulations.
Somebody's like, Krisha, you can take her to small claims court for loss of income. Yeah, you can do that yourself. No need for an attorney there. I really appreciate the crowdsourcing of just the advice, just the different strategizing, different strategies. It's so helpful. And Ancient Teapot is who brought this to the attention of everybody in chat at Every Day with Jay. And so I just want to thank them, HTC, Crush's case dismissed by copyright board. And I was like, no, whatever, But, and then somebody put, get used to losing, Lauren. Right. I can't believe she went this far. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm still calming down from that fucking comment. I don't usually get those, but every now and then you get a rando. More lately. Right. But okay, let me try and get back over there. Let me try and figure this shit out. I want to get out of this split screen stuff. Let's see. Separate views, close left view. Just close the views. Okay. Okay, now I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. That's what it looks like. All right, so I'm just going to hit this again, and then now I can be regular, if there is such a thing. Okay, where's that screen? Okay, that's weird. All right, I got to open up another YouTube window. Story of my life. History. Dreamfeed Media. Share this one instead.
But yeah, he said, so that's why I use
Yeah.
it. But they but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are very private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those, the cease and desist set. And
Cited the computer fraud for hacking.
Sure.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise? Like in your absence, you says, here's my password. Go ahead.
How many here? I guess the number 7. I don't know. How many here believe that's exactly what she did, was give her password, because it's exactly what she did. Look, I want you to notice too. I noticed this. Look what Gray Bay does. Okay, watch. As the policeman is asking Lauren about her phone, watch what happens.
But yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are very private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those, the cease and desist set. And
Watch.
Cited the computer fraud.
Oh, my bad. I was wrong. I thought she went and picked up. I thought Lauren handed her phone off because she came back with a phone, right? She went away. All right. My bad. I'm sorry.
Well,
and
Cited the computer fraud for hacking.
well, did you share your password with employees?
How old is she really? Like she is very, I wouldn't say mature, but knowledgeable. I don't know.
So they could do things under your premise, like in your absence, you says, here's my password. Go ahead and
I sent them some passwords, but then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords. And
This happened to me. I had to be like, oh shit, I had to log down my accounts. I had to change my passwords, and I talked to my mods that were still left, that we were like, what? Because that happened right whenever I traveled to Boise for Lori's trial. That happened. And I was like, son of a bitch. I didn't say nothing. I didn't call nobody. I didn't call the cops. I mean, why? It's my fault. I should not have done that. You learn. You live and learn, allegedly. That's what you're supposed to do. I didn't. Anyways.
I am concerned that I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
What did you call it? A public figure. I wasn't a public figure. She's big time and now.
The employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
I was concerned that I did not give them permission to get in my iCloud. No, but your phone is your iCloud. Yeah, I mean, it's the same difference.
Whatsoever.
Okay.
Ever give them permission.
Wait, she did grab her damn
phone. All my
phone.
passwords, and I am concerned that I did not ever give them permission.
That's what I'm talking about. So I was not wrong. I just was wrong that one time. But she handed her the phone off as she's saying to this cop that she had never given them permission. I'm just saying. Let me back it up all the way right there.
And we have sent
Well, I'd have to-
just from a report.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother.
Yeah, 4
He
lawyers.
sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, "Okay, dear Lawrence brother." I mean, he's a good lawyer, you know, so that's why I use
Yeah.
him. But you know, they but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are for private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those cease and desist sent. And
Cited the computer fraud
So that's when I thought she'd
for
be
hacking.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise, like in your absence? You says, "Here's my password. Go ahead and."
I sent
know,
them some passwords, but
Okay.
then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever. I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to change what I thought were all my passwords.
that- I
and
mean,
I
that-
am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud
And she
whatsoever.
pulls her drawers up. She's like,
Employment
all right,
terminated.
last time.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Okay.
Somebody to pull them up.
And the employment had terminated,
That's exactly
and I
what she did.
actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Okay.
So that was a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so
I love this guy.
I mean, how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be. I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaning.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or what'd you have?
Yeah, with
After the fact, I think this is where Lindsay's, dear John, not, no pun intended, but just to say, oh yeah, I hope you, whatever, we can collab in the future when you hit the Apple charts or whatever the hell she said, after she recommended her to go work for News Nation, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I think that was crafted afterwards. I haven't been able to check yet, but that would be interesting to note if it was like she's doing everything else. Like she registered her work, my family, her interview of my mom and my dad, with the photos and videos of my own murdered family, that she is tried to register and everything, but it was after the fact. And I mean, I haven't seen that for myself, so that's just what I've heard. It's a lot to learn. I'll tell you that. Copyright, it's very just, it's like just a lot of, I mean, but I'm a nerd like that, I want to know it in my own time. I just haven't had a chance to, so that's a little aggravating. So I haven't been able to jump whole ass into it.
yeah.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or what'd you have?
Yeah, with
Grayson wasn't even there.
I have termination letters.
But you don't know who's. So it sounds like there's more than one.
There's
There's more than one person that could be
So
doing
there's
this.
multiple people involved. The people I've talked to have been saying names of who's involved, and they are telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
These people are. I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's
I'm
the
gonna
words
get
of
a
the
shirt
threat?
made with
This
this.
one was
threat.
public service announcement. So for context, she had a private conversation with another person who works for her this day, and just that she was really upset about the falling out and how this ended, the employment stuff ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement: you better quit lying private before the truth gets told in public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG Crash House. We don't mind me exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't at you as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then
That's exactly what she
Take
did.
a screenshot of that if you can.
oh, I have it.
Okay.
At first, I told her, I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. Like, this could just be coincidence. And then
Or an idle, a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
right. Well, and I was like, how would they have gotten that message?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here.
Hurry up.
Hey, I'm going to call for service right now. Are you going to be in that area for a little while, or
I thought she was wearing a muumuu at first, but turns out no.
you got a
I was
particular
wondering.
location you got to visit?
I wanted to play this. This I got from Nonsense. It's from a Patreon that Grayson and Lauren did. She'll say it.
You know, had a crush on. Then I showed him. He's like, I didn't have a crush on her.
She put a Nonsense had put an overlay over it just to kind of give her a little bit of protection, right?
I'm like, I have a crush on her. Come on, like,
weird.
who doesn't love Heather Locklear? But I actually really respect Heather Locklear.
She's
now.
amazing.
She's
She
amazing.
shows up and she hangs out with everybody.
It's clear that Gabby affected Heather Locklear a lot and the cause of domestic violence because she is.
Anybody understand the link between Heather Locklear and supporting Gabby Petito Foundation? I didn't know that. That might be like a big thing that was used. I don't know.
Actively
There to
helping
stay.
and participating and being a big part of this, and that was really neat to see.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't know if there was some sort of connection there. Again, I don't follow all that stuff.
And the Petitos are just a really wonderful family.
Name
Really
drop,
enjoy
name
getting to know
drop.
them at a few events here and there now and hanging out.
yeah, and we were able to spend. They stayed up, just stayed up late a couple nights too, just to talk. And he listens too. Yeah, they're an incredible
Check
family. Yeah, we were able to spend a lot of time. Also,
He listens too.
You got
Think about
that?
what was
Joe
going on
Petito.
at CrimeCon. I wonder if she involved Joe Petito or downloaded to him
Gross.
about her situation.
with Delphi prosecutor Nick McClelland
Jerry Holman.
and lead
I really hope not.
Detective Jerry Holman. Yeah, both of who
Gross.
we've interviewed on Hidden True Crime. And while Nick McClelland did not want to participate in the documentary, Susan invited him to CrimeCon, and he was willing to go. One thing they said too is, that was a really rough trial to cover, right? Or are you just thinking it was a walk in the park? But there was a lot of vitriol online, and one thing that they said was it really helped them to go to CrimeCon because they realized that not everybody hated them.
That's not my stomach.
Essentially, they didn't say that. That was me paraphrasing.
No, I think they realized how loved they are. It's hard. I mean,
Detectives shouldn't be worried whether people love them or hate them.
I agree with this.
They should be worried about doing their jobs and getting
Do your damn
their
job.
jobs done correctly so they can help in supporting getting justice for these victims.
And then it's not up to freaking YouTubers or podcasters or whatever the hell they call themselves, an investigate. Depends on who they're talking to, right? An investigative journalist, a reporter, real news, whatever the hell she said. I mean, but she also said that she's a public figure, and then she minimizes it on her 9-hour live with us, saying, oh, I'm just a little detained. I'm this big. I'm small like Kresha. Right.
They shouldn't care about what social media
No.
and create.
And they should not be trying to worried about the image of the prosecutors anywhere, period. Report, unbiased, and be done. Make your content.
Creators, podcasters make them out to be. They should be invested in doing their jobs. This is weird.
Right.
This is odd. Yeah,
It
they
is
do.
very
They name
odd.
drop a lot. Mm-hmm.
I don't know a time when they don't.
even I'm not you, and I'll see one comment where they're like this, and that, and it bothers me, and I'm not you. So think about how much they only see hate in their emails. They don't get emails probably very often that are like, thank you for everything you've done. The majority of them are like corruption this, corruption that. So I think it was really good for them to be in a
I picture them not even answering their emails, to be honest, and talking about the prosecutors in Delphi.
spot where everybody was excited to see them. We went to the panels, and everybody
Okay, I gotta back that up. Did you hear what Grayson slips in there?
There you go. Not me. Okay.
I'll see one comment where they're like this, and that, and it bothers me.
Actually, I'm gonna call him Fancy and Nancy.
Hmm.
G is Nancy. Fancy is L.
And I'm not you. So think about how much
Stop it.
they only
Down over
see
there.
hate in their emails. They don't get emails probably very often that are like, thank you for everything you've done. The majority of them are like corruption this, corruption that. So I think it was really good for them to be in a spot where everybody was excited to see them. We went to the panels and everybody was clapping during them and really
Clapping.
respectful.
That's just awkward.
And so I think it was
Awkward.
healing for them because I'm sure that, this case, no doubt.
Becky Patty often states, that's Libby's grandmother, how healing CrimeCon has been
I think CrimeCon is actually a really incredible event where
I mean, I'm sure it is whenever there's no vultures. Okay. What is Jay? I mean, this is something I've done with my kids. We're like, caw, caw, but no, it's like a trauma vulture. And yeah, I mean, I look at CrimeCon totally different, not just because of Lauren and all this shit that happened. No, I mean, I've just been like, that's kind of, you know, my parents went in 2021 or two. I don't remember because I didn't go, but you know, I don't knock them. I don't knock anybody for going. Colby went this year. Summer Shiflett went last year. My parents went the year before that. And I want to say Dior. Well, no, I don't think his parents went. But anyways, I'm just saying, you know, but they don't really, I don't, anyways, just as, you know, I'm the daughter of Kay and Larry. Okay. And this has affected my family. And just looking at it from somebody in the background, you know, and I'm looking at it going, ooh, it's super cringe, you know, like it's so exploitative and they make money. And then, and I don't think the family members are aware of this, you know, they just look at it as a way to go and tell the story and share and talk about our loved ones. Right. I mean, that's so healing all in of itself. But it's like, there's so many more good things that can come from something like that. And that's actually what we're going to talk about tonight. But we're here still kind of talking about it because it all plays in with one another.
victims, podcasters, news media, everyone is able to get together, and really it's very victim centered.
Yeah.
In how to help.
Huh?
Yeah.
You brought cops there. It's very victim centered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Fancy and Nancy are sped up.
And it's like
What? It's
hold on.
very victim centered.
I get off the screen and I have to jump back. It's like they prance them around almost. Just being raw with you. It's like they slingshot them back and forth to one another, or however you want to make your own analogy, where it's like, oh, okay, well, let's Dateline, 40, you know, it's like this network, this circuit of people. Nancy Grace, CrimeCon is owned by Mormons. Okay, Trish? Trisha Web Sleuths? Yes, it is. Do your research. Don't just say because it feels weird or you feel like it's an attack. Okay, because it's not. It's called the truth. The truth should not attack your character or your feelings or anything like that. Doesn't mean anybody's coming at you sideways or trying to say anything bad. But yes, it is owned by Mormons, the Balf brothers, okay? They used to work for Glenn Beck, another Mormon. So instead of gaslighting your audience and saying, oh, that's just, you know, tell them they're spreading misinformation. Da, da, da. I can't do it for everybody. We can't do it for everybody. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So whatever. I think it to me, honestly, and I'm the most outland, like the stuff that I go over all these years has been just crazy town. I'm the first one to tell you, like, I'm like, it ain't my crazy, y'all. It's just, I'm trying to make sense of something that's nonsensical. Well, it seems like, especially as the evidence is trickling out for Lauren and John and friends, it seems as if they are the conspiracy theorist. If I'm just, and I'm being honest, I'm not trying, I don't like labels. I hate labels. You know, we're humans. That's it. But they try to make things stick and force things, and they change their definitions. And I don't know. It just feels, I don't have I guess the proper explanation for that or even definition of what that is. I'm still trying to figure it out, but it just seems like it's always tried to be forced, you know?
You brought cops there. 1.5.
Pictures. Divergent.
What? Is it too fast? I'll bump it back. 1.25.
Just be aware, right? It's
How to be
like,
better.
it didn't hurt you, did
You
it?
were at the bar until 3 a.m. I mean, not that people can't enjoy. That's not what I'm saying. But again, what?
To better share the messages, and I love it.
I like that.
The other thing,
It's like a carnival cruise.
Yeah, that bothers me. The whole carnival cruise thing. Oh my God. Again, and I'll try and find the picture here in just a second, but I want to read this. Love Always Truth says, oh, you changed your name. You cannot change the truth. The truth is the truth. That's crazy. If you change the truth, that's a lie. Exactly. And true crime is true. Just know that. Anyways, right? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Well, no, it's not the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard Lauren say, but
Centered
True,
around
true.
horrific
You gotta find that
tragedies. Body, why is that? Is it because they're interested or want the recognition? Or
I want the money.
why? What is that?
What the hell?
That's strange to me too.
we did. I didn't go to too many panels because, like I said,
I just think CrimeCon is strange to me. I think could be
I
a
don't
great
know.
opportunity for charities and victims
Expensive.
advocacy groups and stuff like that to network. But I think going to have meet and greets with parents of missing children, I think that's weird.
I wanted to mingle with everybody, but I went to the ones where we were requested to attend. Someone was asking, Erica is asking,
She continues to make this point throughout this, that they were requested to attend.
a particular case. Honestly, I think the Delphi case was a
It's big.
central case this year. Again, we had the front table at the Clue Awards, and they received the Crime Fighter Award that was presented to them by John Walsh. And
I believe that there's some good that
Another
comes
one.
out of it still, like the networking piece. But there's just so much other stuff that I'm like,
it was really, really touching. That's sort of like the biggest honor at the Clue Awards.
Yeah.
And then
Went to the James Craig panel.
the James Craig
That
panel,
was good.
it was really good. And we were
How'd it
able
go?
to hang out for quite some time with the Redferns. Those Ryan and
That's
Michelle were two
sketch.
major witnesses in the James Craig trial that we covered. And by that, I mean, Ryan Redfern was James Craig's partner, owned the business with him, and was the one that informed police at the hospital of what he suspected. So kind of a big deal, as is his wife. They both testified. And that was really incredible to get to know them on a personal basis and see how
I
it's
figured
affected
as
them.
well.
They attended the trial. It was with
do journalists usually go and meet the witnesses and like get that invested with jurors and witnesses
not back
after the
on, but
cases? Is
it
that
just-
pretty common
Shows.
outside of CrimeCon?
it was with 48 hours, right? The trial was with, or not the trial, the panel.
The panel
was with
48
hours.
hours. It was Natalie.
Holloway?
Yes. Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And we sat on the front row for that. And Bobby Joe
course
Olson,
you
Detective
did.
Bobby Joe Olson. It was also
Bobby
wonderful
with
to
an
spend
eye?
time
Yeah.
with.
Let me pull that
It's
up.
going off, but they don't know where it is. So hopefully it just doesn't keep going on.
Lid is on it. And
Yeah, I think the awareness for missing, cold cases, things like that, like we're talking about networking, DNA, like stuff like that. I think it could be an absolute detectives with new databases, like information is power. So there absolutely can be some good from it too. I think it's just the fan aspect is exactly where I struggle, or who they're fanning over.
she's like, ignore it.
She's like, move.
She's like, you're live, focus.
I would be a really bad YouTuber.
You're a great producer. So
It
no,
works.
here we are.
It works.
That's
And
good to hear, Bobby.
and I will say you weren't here for this one because you were wandering around with doing your own thing for a while.
We've actually talked about going a few times, Duchess and I.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Share this tab. Here we go.
You're gonna get special treatment
Turtle Boy.
directed towards Lauren. What threat? I watched 9 hours of this shit. I
Hey,
didn't hear a
Lauren,
single
on
threat.
text messages talking shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is.
that's it. And then it says, it's shame on the police for even. I mean, this is insane. Lauren and Grayson are huge. How about this? I didn't see this one. Lauren and Grayson are huge supporters of law enforcement. Ding, 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 ding. So they're gonna get special treatment because they suck our dicks. They tell us how awesome we are. There it is, right there. There
We
it
need
is.
to find out if she donated to their campaigns or you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
She gets extra protection because she supports law enforcement. During your travels while working off duty at the Gaylord this weekend, can you please take note of Christina MacArthur and serve her with the court order if she, I mean, that is such an inappropriate line.
Yep.
Lauren and Grayson are huge supporters of law enforcement. That is beyond inappropriate to say that.
And a homicide detective.
He's a homicide detective. Oh my God.
Detective Major Crimes Homicide Unit. And that worker bees really worries me because that has to do with Mormonism.
He's like,
there.
oh, okay,
That's
yeah,
Deseret, the state of Deseret.
I'm calling him right now. Hold on. I have to call him.
It's her.
Detective Major Crimes, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Oh, okay.
It's
Bobby
a
with an
lady.
I. Okay, I can call him Bobby right now. 761. We're calling her right now. Let's see what she says.
8675309.
Do you mind? Do you mind being here for this call?
I guess bring it on.
Let's do it.
I was like, oh my God. This is nuts.
Oh, she answers. I wonder if this is a cell phone.
Maybe she's watching.
Hi, you have reached Detective Olson with your work. We serve major crimes, homicide.
Oh, major crimes.
My desk, so please leave your name,
Major.
number, and a case number if it applies, and I will get back to you upon my return. Thank you. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this is for Detective Bobby with an I. This is Aiden Carney from Turtle Boy Daily News calling. I understand that you are the lead detective for Major Crimes Homicide Unit in the city of Aurora, Colorado. And I understand a major crime that was committed in your vicinity was that a woman who makes TikToks went to a crime convention that she paid for. And I'm reading an email right now that you sent in which you said that you guys were going to find this lady, Christina MacArthur, because she makes really dangerous TikToks. And I was kind of looking for a comment from you about what particularly was dangerous about the TikToks, what was threatening about them. I also noticed that you say in the email that Lauren and Grayson, who are totally normal people, by the way, just totally, Grayson is totally not like in a cult or anything like that. That why, and she doesn't look like she has a paper plate face or anything like that either. You said that they're huge supporters of law enforcement and thus are more worthy of your protection than anyone else. What did you think it was appropriate to say that? Do you give this sort of protection to people who are, you know, huge supporters of law enforcement, or just people who, in general? Like, do you treat everybody the same, or does your protection of them based on how much they support law enforcement? And how exactly does she support law enforcement? What does she do specifically that makes her a supporter of law enforcement? So I'm just kind of wondering, and now that she's been exposed, that you might have seen my YouTube presentations and other people's, she is a complete fraud. And so your city police department has been completely embarrassed about this. And we're actually live to tape right now. We are doing a show, reading your stupid email that you sent out to all sorts of various city officials, warning them about a lady on TikTok. You even put the known associates. You got a whole bunch of really dangerous people like Janice and Lindsay and Lori and the other Lindsay and Liz and Gemma and Julie and Emma and all of them. So I wonder, did you track down these scofflaws, detective crimes? I know this is really serious. I'm sure there's no like murders or anything in Aurora that, you know, need you guys to keep an eye on. So thank you. I just want to thank you for keeping CrimeCon safe from dangerous TikTokers out there. And if you could just give me a call back, I'd love to talk to you because I got more tips on this detective Major Crimes. So give me a call back, Bobby with an I, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Yeah, that was
gonna call back. We'll see. Okay.
You rock. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suppose there are major crimes. This is
homicide. That's so, and it carries a lot of weight behind that word, right?
Apparently,
if you're doing that about a so-called stalker, then that is like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it adds to the problem.
I know. So,
okay.
She also sent here a couple. They got this video of when they were in the bar together. So they went like wherever. She tried to stay away. When she went to CrimeCon, she's like, okay, you can't go to CrimeCon, but you can stay in the hotel, they said. So she went to some bar in the hotel, and everywhere she went, Lauren True Crime would show up coincidentally just to eject her just because she could. Okay.
Yep. And she needed to form this whole plot.
Yes, to form this whole plot. So here's a video from that when they walk in.
I want to watch the video.
So she was smart enough to wear the glasses that have like the whatchamacallits on it.
The Meta glasses.
Yeah.
I'm aware of just a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah.
But enough I'm letting you know that they're coming down here.
But I was here first.
That doesn't matter.
But
It doesn't
I'm doing
matter.
it- oh, sorry.
How many think that she staged that shit? I do. I believe that. I don't put anything past this woman, honestly. I wish I mean, I know it just lost all credibility, in my opinion. So this is what I wanted to show. This was a screenshot I captured. Every Day with Jay was going over this when she went over the CrimeCon stuff. And this was a game piece. And it was just, and to me, it's indicative of what to expect at CrimeCon. This is just crazy. It says, if your child were kidnapped, would you prefer they were killed instantly or tortured daily with the possibility of rescue? No shit. If your child were kidnapped, how would you rather them be tortured? You know, it's like, what are you even saying right now? Like, this is not a game. And this is this lore. They're creating this fandom around killers. And then they're going, oh my God, why are people so weird? You know? And I mean, they're doing studies and stuff on this. I found some stuff and I'm just like, whoa, FBI. And I mean, they're studying you, true crimers. They're studying us and how we consume true crime and blah, 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 you know? So it was just very eye-opening to me when I saw that piece. I had to grab a screenshot of it, not because I want it, but because it's like, you know, JJ was killed, tortured, no rescue, recovery. Yeah, Tylee was murdered, dismembered, burned, buried. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? It's really gross. Anyways, I know it's just a big wet blanket, right? Okay, back to this. The hell?
Okay, I'll see if I can get off. I'll see. I'll text you when I get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then. All right. All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Ooh.
So when they posted this, they said, I'm not sure. But I started digging. By that point, you had lost access to your emails. That we thought was really strange. We're like, that's weird. You've lost access to your emails. I was able to recover those and locked everything down. Could tell that things had been messed with.
Okay.
And then we went to a trial that we were reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, all your messages are everywhere. People have them.
And they're horrible.
And so that's when we.
And other people
Did they say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific. That just I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw or they're saying that they saw.
We received some of the messages that are out there.
You received the messages that somebody else.
Screenshots
Okay.
of my private messages
Okay.
from a person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought. This person was hurt by things said about her in private.
Okay.
You know, I apologize. But again, like I said, people just think this is a fun game for them. And like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example. I'm just using an example, I learned is suicidal. And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person. I'm like, look, I know, she's annoying, but like, just deal with it.
Yeah.
If she gets this, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, to me, I'm like, and I know you guys deal with this every day. Like, people are assholes, but like,
no, Lauren, just you. You're the only asshole in this room, and you got asshole 1, asshole 2, basically, in my opinion. So whenever I heard this, I mean, I was like, what? You know, like a visceral reaction. You're saying that this person who I believe insinuating is Christina, which I don't believe anything that Lauren Johnson Matthias says. Okay. And she's like sitting over here with an alleged psychologist in her back pocket, and you don't hook that up. You don't say, oh, here, intervene. Let's help this girl with this alleged, unaliving issue that you used on your own fucking audience in that 9-hour live stream when you had up to 12,000 people to rally around you, Lauren. Your trial by media, basically, because you dismissed the restraining order thing. I was like, oh my God, so you're gonna say she's annoying? I don't think I never thought that was the entire story. And I still don't think this is the entire story. It's definitely, we get little trickles of it, of course. I don't think we're ever going to get the true story around this one. Okay. That pissed me off. I'm so sorry, Christina, for what this bitch has done. Christina has shown couth and what it's like to have real integrity. These two people right here, it missed them completely.
About this person. I'm like, look, I learned it's suicidal. And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person. I'm like, look, I know she's annoying, but like, just deal with it.
Yeah.
If she gets this, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, to me, I'm like, and I know you guys deal with this every day. Like, people are assholes, but like, she could self-harm. You know what I mean? Like, this is so upsetting on so many levels, not just like, oh, woe is me.
Right.
Like,
I thought I pushed pause. I don't like whenever I have my camera on. Those lights? Or, I mean, yeah, I don't like to trigger. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I don't like to trigger anybody. In fact, I would love to do a green screen and, but thank you, Miss Bridget. Oh, yeah. Definitely don't want any of that. Yeah, definitely will work on that. If it's my camera, if having it on, I don't have a background, I don't think right now, but yes, definitely.
I care about all
Thank you.
I get it. But my job is to decipher if there's a criminal act or not.
Correct. Okay.
So I'm there's a lot of crummy people out there that are horrible to other people, whether it's child against a parent against a child, saying ugly things, saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I need to do is decipher if a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to trying to prove that.
Yeah, correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different challenge and stuff.
So
She's finishing his sentence.
I hear what you're saying.
If they're not asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion there. Okay.
Okay.
So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion because, I mean, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, have dirt on people, have dirt on people.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me.
Sure.
That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out you.
Right.
Right. So
I'm gonna expose
the crime in that is, there's no real crime. So then it comes down to you did share passwords with persons. So it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to, did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails, 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, they shouldn't know about it because you changed your passwords and we can cut the date off at this. 10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago. So there's no way they should have known this stuff.
This dude has some mad
because that's where the NDAs come in hugely, huge. NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
Yeah.
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
She signed when we were in Boston. Unfortunately, they were my employees, so I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got
You trusted them, and
bigger
unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's they're great until they're not.
Right. And then it sucks. And then now that I'm a public figure and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
Then don't write the shit. Okay. That's the lesson here. And that's the lesson that has also missed you and your husband and this gray bay right here. Okay. Yeah. She is fear. She is sensing fear. She is scared her shit's going to get out and everybody's going to find out who she is and see her for exactly who she is, the exploiter that I believe she is, in my opinion.
So
yeah, and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel I understand that you're
She's like, but I'm the victim. I'm the victim. No, she did not like that.
That could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah, and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I feel I understand that you're feeling for them and you don't want them to be hurt. I understand that. But
She's
at
just
that
saying
point,
that.
if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
June 9th.
I don't believe it, but yes.
I found it. We had an email sent to us from Proton, which I don't know.
Yeah.
The email was, if you only knew 111, the subject was the truth will come out. Hidden true crime, more like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light.
I agree.
Trash talking Kay Woodcock, Heather Daybell, Gigi, Justin London, maybe and Ashley Bishop, Susan Henderson, Rob Wood, Rachel Smith, Ray Herman. All of them are BCC'd on this email. Your text messages will prove it.
Okay.
Like they have her text messages. They have.
But they haven't sent them out though.
They have. We just haven't. People are calling me saying I have them. I've gotten files.
So you've seen the text messages.
I've seen
Did they
them.
say where they got them from?
We know some. I know.
We could give you people who do know where they came from. So we called someone today. And that's the person
So
who
they
said-
would have
That's the
to
person who said News Nation has reached out, Long Crime has reached out, and she said
they would
she
have to be
said-
willing to work with us
I
to
think
help
this
us
person
find
would.
that.
If you-
So
if
that's
you
the
call
challenge
them,
as well.
This person
Because
is-
news people, they're like, we don't want to reveal our sources.
I think this person.
So that's the big challenge too.
I think she would.
I love her pop. I do.
Then is this going to be considered slander? Have you talked to your brother about slander?
We've talked about everything. I mean, I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning.
Why are you calling him, Gray Bay?
How this kind of happened this morning is I've been working behind the scenes for a few days trying to figure out what happened. And I get on a call with somebody this morning and somebody said, is Stephanie a former employee of Lauren's? And I said, yeah. Like, I didn't know this person knew who that was. And this person tells me, okay, well, I was told I should call Stephanie and she'll give me everything. She has
I know
all those
Stephanie.
screenshots.
I've talked to
She's the one
Stephanie
with
before.
it.
Okay.
And Stephanie was sent to cease and desist. We knew she was one of the ones that was doing all this behind the scenes.
But then you'd have to prove of that she shared after the fact.
Let's.
I'm sure they would whip
specify this.
something up.
I think that somebody could tell you, I do think Gigi respects police.
Yeah.
And if she knew that.
You don't
were
respect
calling,
Gigi there.
I think that she
What
might
does she
share
do?
the sources. She
Okay.
wouldn't share it with us. I
Okay.
do think, and she's the one who said that she had heard from Long Crime and News Nation.
Okay. And so once again, hearing it and seeing it are two different things.
Exactly.
Because then it's
She
then
said that
it's-
she's received voice
hang
messages.
on.
Okay.
Because then it becomes hearsay. So because they're calling her doesn't mean she has the information. So she has to be directly connected with the person. So a person goes to Newsweek or whatever, Newsweek comes back down, that's not from her. That's through completely different sources. It has to be direct.
She did
So
say she
she
has files
said
and everything.
she has files and files of emails and texts, including voice.
But where'd she get them from?
What all did you say, Lauren?
We don't know.
We
Well, I thought you asked her.
We asked her and she wouldn't tell us her source, so I think she would tell you. But that was the question. Like you said, would they tell? You
Yeah.
don't have to call if you don't want to, but I'm just.
No. I mean, if she's not going to share with you, then I don't know why she would share with me.
You
'Cause she
know,
doesn't have
thank
to.
you,
I'm
Lauren.
guessing she's in the industry, right?
She's in the industry, yeah.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
Ooh, is that like a stick? You know, she's in the
I'm
industry.
guessing she's in the industry, right?
She's in the industry, yeah.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
I think.
I mean, I could have a conversation with her.
I hear you.
So that's the challenge of being in this kind of
Yeah, I hear you.
situation.
So I was also in the real news for a long time.
Mm-mm.
And so I kind of understand more how it works. She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the real
I wonder why she's saying that.
Yeah.
I believe that if police called her, she might say that I received it from this person.
Okay.
But you know, I hear you, and I respect that. Like journalists wouldn't share, and she might not, but I think she might.
Okay. Control 3 out of 1. I'm with PR. Go 4.
When I talked to her today, she told me.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to. I mean, do we want to make this?
It's just
Have
crazy.
you talked? Has your brother suggested calling us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you could call my brother.
And what did he feel? What crimes did he feel that were surpassed? I should say.
Yes.
Because some of that stuff is more civil than it is criminal.
Yeah, so he cited.
Yeah.
He cited.
Extortion would be criminal, but other things within this could be more on a civil level than a criminal level.
Yeah, and forgive me, I'm getting some water.
That's fine. Do you have an identification or a driver's license I can just jot down quick? Do you got a Nevada driver's license or from another state? Okay.
Here's the cease and desist he sent Stephanie. Unauthorized access of private accounts. Dissemination of private.
But we don't know that she did that after the fact or before. If she took all this information before the cease and desist. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's possible one way or the other. What I'm saying is anything that I would have that may be criminal would go before a judge or actually before a district attorney. Then the district attorney would have to look at it and say, yes, I think we have enough information to go forward into court. So in a sense, I almost act like a judge in a sense, being like, what do I have? Because if I don't have nothing, or if I have questionable information, or a third party is telling me this information by hearsay, I don't have nothing.
Common sense.
I work on facts. That's what we do as police officers.
I love this.
We're supposed to.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
So that's
I hear you.
so yeah, the information prior compared to the information after, that's where the NDA would have saved a lot of headaches. But the cease and desist, there would have to be proof of her continuing this process after the fact.
Right.
So that would be like contacting all these people that have this information and saying, who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
I mean, what a predicament.
I'm sitting down for information, not to.
She didn't even finish. She didn't even I would think she would have said, I'm sitting down, not to be rude or anything or disrespectful, but she didn't even finish that sentence.
Who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
I'm sitting down for information, not to. Should we call John? I think the other concern too is they might have even just like text between my husband and myself.
My husband.
From what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, say it again.
They might have text just between my husband and myself.
Okay.
He's my co-host. He's a criminal psychologist.
Okay.
And I hear
So
you.
I was wondering.
Facts. I understand.
I was wondering what would be the case, if you're a psychologist or in the, that industry, that field, then, everything's supposed to be kept private. What if those messages, or let's just say there's messages or could be messages that are potentially, if John is who he says he is and does what he says he does. I mean, do y'all think that maybe he leaked or shared some private stuff with her? I don't think so. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. But she's a badass for sure. Yeah, I know. They don't offer anything. Nope. Sigma Shadow 6 says, what hit me from the beginning, they never had an NDA with the business based on leads and scoops, victim and source info. Why would they never have NDAs in place with any contractor / employee? Good. That's good. That's really good. Yeah. And then she says that she wasn't that big of a public figure, or she wasn't a public figure. And I think Jay figured out that from April to June, 2 months, Lauren, blew up, I guess. Anyways, it's just a bunch of lies, in my opinion. Yes. Yes. And then they believe them, it seems like. Squeaky wheel. Keeping it interesting, right? How dare you, Lauren and Grayson are the equivalent of celebrities and very public people. They're very important, VIP, right? And the envy of other journalists. Poor cop. Yeah, I get that. You're saying that okay, my bad. I might have just, anyways, I'm sorry. I did not read the room. That HIPAA violations come with steep fines. Well, I mean, according to Awen, that was the whole thing about what Hidden True Crime allegedly did anyways, whenever information was shared that was quickly retracted by the court, in the portal. And they quickly, they published it, and then they quickly pulled it back. And only 3 people had, according to Awen, the information. And she was one of them. And Justin Lum was another, and Nate Eaton was another. So, but she says, Awen says that she was talking to Lori Hellis at the time, kind of consulting with her as an attorney, getting advice, I guess. And that Lauren ran with it and went live. And this has to do with competency issues with Lori, which is part of her appeal. So again, to the person who said, I'm here making money, right? I'm just here making money on Lori, my crazy aunt, right? No, because if the bitch gets out, then my mom's on their hit list. And I have never seen Lori scratch it off of her hit list. I've never seen an eraser white out or anything like that. So my mom is still dark zombie with the zombie name of Rhonda. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying all that just because it doesn't matter to Lauren. It doesn't matter if she publishes things like in the Murdaugh case, okay, where she allegedly published a recording of an attorney-client privilege. I'm sorry. Yeah, did I say that right? Attorney-client privilege phone call, even though she was asked not to. I just learned about this. I was like, what? Holy crap. It was like back in 2022. Can y'all stop fucking with the killer's judicial process, please? Asking for all the victims, okay? Because it's not your head that's going to be hunted, and it's not you that's going to be walking from room to room with a pistol in your hand. It's not going to be your nightmare, okay? It's for all the people who have to deal with that. Yeah, it's allegedly, right?
Understand that, and a lot of this is in the works, right? So like
in the works.
It's right.
Exactly.
I'm sharing, so we get it. We're sharing circumstantial evidence with you that could later become a fact. But I hear you. You need facts.
Mhm.
We're trying to figure this out. So thank you. So we get it. I'm a journalist. I work by facts too.
I have to say
which all journalists should.
I go to push pause. It's not working as good. I met him. I put him on my back and kind of, because there were no kids there. And I missed my kids because I was in Boise for Lori's trial, and Lauren was running around with her friend Sarah. I don't even know what she went downstairs to do. I have no idea, but I just kind of was like, oh, well, maybe she's doing like a live stream or an interview or whatever. I didn't ask, but yeah, I met him, and he's a pretty cool little kid. But again, who sits there and says, and I mean, it's like my parents to do this though, to call me mama or papa, right? But here they are grieving the loss of their grandson, and Lauren and John are okay with allowing their child to bond with my parents, calling them mama and papa. And I mean, just to be doing and shit talking allegedly behind their backs with all these texts, so it's like, my God, it's so enraging. It really is. And there's so many people who are caught up in this web of exploitation. It's what it is, in my opinion.
I understand what substantial evidence
I'm gonna
is,
put this
what we're
on.
Figuring out. Let me call my husband. So he spoke. Oh, he's with Granny. So I think you could briefly.
What's your phone number, real quick, since you're the victim?
I wish he wouldn't have said since you're the victim. I'm just saying.
I don't know if you know the
Thank you,
Lori
Hawkeye.
Vallow Daybell case. Do you know?
No, I like watching To Catch a
love
Smuggler
him.
and stuff like that. And
Okay, well, it's a Netflix.
the cops,
documentary.
bad boys, and
Yeah, it's
the other stuff interests me. It's just I don't have the time to sit down and.
Right. Well,
We
that's
tried.
so that's this case that's really impacted that we were
Uh-huh.
covering. She's a mom who killed her 2 kids and her husband and the whole thing.
Mhm.
It's a very viral true crime case. That's what we've been
Has a
covering.
Netflix documentary to it. Dateline, 7 Datelines.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My husband spoke to the. Well, I don't want to get him involved. Again, I don't want to get a victim involved right now. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
real quick, what'd you say your
I'll
friend's
revisit
name
those.
is then, and the phone number that may talk to us?
Gigi.
Proper
Her
name?
name is Jennifer McKelvey.
Oh man, I'm gonna go revisit those. Thank you.
How do you spell her last name?
McKelvey.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement.
Hey, Dreadful
Since she's had
Penny.
attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well aware.
Right. So she said.
Well,
Y'all go check out Dreadful Penny's channel. I definitely endorse her channel. Okay. I mean, just you do the common sense. She's like, I have no skills, but I'm alive, right? That's what I've said before too. Like, I'm not a dumbass. Okay. It's called, what did we do before all these fancy titles and credentials and stuff? I bet we were lost without John and Lauren. Nobody got justice and nobody figured people out. Straight up. But y'all, please, yeah, go subscribe to her. She's broke this case or this couple down so well, in my opinion. Better than anything I've ever seen from John.
the attorney is going to be like, yes, I can see where this is breaking this law, so now we'll get him involved.
Full disclosure, she's received a lot of info because
So
a
sweet.
lot of the private text messages have to do with her.
Okay.
So that's why I say I don't know if she'd consider me a friend right now.
No, somebody that's willing to talk. What's the phone number?
666. That's her phone number.
And she lives in what state?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. I'm calling my husband. on the
She's
phone.
not from
I just
Louisiana.
don't understand.
So that's how much Lauren knows. You know, that's how much she values Gigi. She doesn't even know that she's not from Louisiana. But whatever, whatever, girl.
So
My
what?
husband's in a lot of work.
So it sounds like there's a lot of emotional stuff and you're very upsetting stuff. I get it. So what area do you feel?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I really like that comment. Okay, Mary, I have a degree and Lauren can sue me. Bet she is histrionic plus cluster B personalities. Take your meds, Lauren. Allegedly, in my opinion. Okay. Anyways, just not her opinion.
Because right now, I
take
hate to say it, but from my point of view, and I'm going to call my sergeant and probably get a detective involved, at least for the initial information.
The resource.
Right now, I'm not seeing a crime, but this isn't my forte either.
Sure.
All right.
That was my husband, by the way. I was trying to call.
We
My
don't
husband
care.
he does criminal assessments in the state of Nevada. So he's licensed here in Nevada and Utah.
Goody,
Because
goody, gum
people
drop.
say a lot of crummy things about other people online and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to threats and harassments, there has to be very specific threat /
He never takes the bait. And John's going to do it too. And I'm like, yes, because that's all that happened with Lori whenever she was doing the whole Darvo thing where they provoke, they piss people off, they hurt people, they bully on people, in my opinion. And then they poke the bear and then they run. And then when the bear attacks, they're like, see, the bear is attacking me. I'm a victim. But the bear is just reacting because you poked him in the eyeball, So it's like, that's the shit that Lori did to Charles. And it worked. And that's scary. I mean, if she gets away with all this, and how long has she been getting, this isn't, I'm sure it didn't just crop up. this, oh, well, let me try this, scandal or scheme or whatever, this grift. I'm sure it's been happening all her life. I feel like Lauren she is difficult. Okay. But she is no Tylee. And how dare her compare herself to her or Charles or any other victim of real true crime ever. Because that is just enraging. But so this is going to continue to cycle over and over and over again because she's never been held accountable, even for small things. She doesn't do it. She definitely doesn't do it.
Correct. Harassment is a series of things for the most part. A threat is got to be very specific, and it really stinks for us as police officers, but it's even worse for the victim or the person that's being victimized. And the reason I say that is somebody could say, I'm going to come over, and make sure I take care of you. What does that mean?
Right.
Depends on what happened prior, right? We can document that kind of stuff, but does it mean they're going to come over and wash your car? Does it mean to come over and cook your food, tuck you into bed, or
oh my gosh,
come over and, beat you up?
Your pillows.
It's not specific. It just says, I'm going to come over and take care of you. So that's where it's frustrating for victims. Is they're like, but I know what they meant by this. And it's like, I understand you're feeling this way, but based on the verbiage,
right.
We can't go down the criminal route right now because they're not being specific enough. Yeah. And it really stinks because they look at us like, why aren't you doing anything? It's not. It's like, my hands are tied because the Nevada law doesn't, go down that road.
I understand what you're saying.
She just doesn't care.
And like I said, there's probably going to be a lot more coming out in the next few days. So I don't know if there could be like a case number to like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think
no, we don't.
Right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we're receiving new information every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So
every hour
we're finally working.
What is this? The news beat? We're updating you every hour. Okay. It sounds like something at the very end of those like News Nation, and they scare you because they're really loud. It's like Chris Cuomo, and he's like, hey, subscribe to News Nation. And you're like, what? That's what it sounds like right there.
You know what I mean? Like, I think you're right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we're receiving new information every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So
all an hour.
that we're finally working with not circumstantial evidence. So let me also talk to you about this. Let's, and this is me thinking as a whole about everybody involved.
Right.
We want them to call Gigi right now. Could that escalate things?
At Colorado too.
It makes me wonder if they will go public right now, just because it's like, let's just get it off our plate.
Yeah. And again, I am the victim, but there.
Oh yes, you are, girl.
Other victims.
There'll be other people that'll be victims the second time. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like when they go to court and they let a killer free or something like that, or let them off with 2 years.
Correct.
Then they get victimized the second time.
Correct.
YouTuber.
This is my husband.
Both by the suspect and by the state.
Correct. Hey, are you there?
She knows more than
That's
you
where
do.
it's like, I don't know if it's worth it.
We have a police officer here.
Sometimes there's that case like neighbors, problems with neighbors. Sometimes they don't want us to contact the neighbor because they're afraid it'll inflame things.
Right. So he's understood. I just want you to know, at first we were like, we just gave him what we've explained right now is like, look, I am the victim, but we have a big concern about the actual victims in the cases we cover and then being re-victimized by
they're my victims, right?
By my private messages.
My private messages by me, my victim. I'm the victim, and then I have my own victims that, they're mine.
Come out. So at first, I just want you to know, and he understands that. This is, Officer, what was your last name? I'm sorry.
Bovey.
He's great. And, and we're working with circumstantial evidence right now. We know that. He understands, again, that we don't want to re-victimize any victims. So at first, we're like, well, we know who you could figure out the source from and has all the information. He said Gigi McKelvey, who wouldn't consider me a friend right now, but
no, I wouldn't either.
Information, and so he was going to call her, and now I'm rethinking because I think that could put fuel on the fire. I'm just thinking about protecting everyone else.
You should be worried.
I don't know if we should have him call Gigi right now or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt. Like, would that make them release stuff now because they just want to get it over?
She did not just say anything about Gigi. She said, I can't. My memory sucks, but. or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt. Like
would that like make them release stuff now because
she went to the text instead of Gigi? Let's back that up.
thinking, because I think that could get information. He said Gigi McKelvey, who wouldn't consider me a friend right now, but she had the information, and so he was going to call her, and now I'm rethinking because I think that could put fuel on the
Love you.
fire.
Good night.
I'm just thinking about protecting everyone else. Do we want him to? I don't know if we should have him call Gigi right now or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt. Like, would that like make them
I don't wanna
release
hurt
stuff now because
Gigi? No.
They just want to get it over.
they're angry, right? Is this the Streisand effect? Where
Does Grayson just say they just want it over? Hold on. Let me listen.
I don't want to hurt. Like, would that like make them release stuff now because they just want to get it over. They're angry, right? Is this the Streisand?
I think she did. It didn't come up on the thing, the captions or whatever, but they just want to get it over with, is what she said, I believe.
Now because
They just want to get it over.
they're angry, right? Is this the Streisand effect where
Yeah, so it's confirmed, everybody. She knows all about the Streisand effect, and it makes me want to go look up that Shriver, okay? Because she said something about this being a Terry Shriver thing, too. Remember that? Her buzzword.
Yeah.
I want, so.
I-
Can you hear me?
he can hear you or you're on?
Everybody can hear you.
Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have,
This.
you know, all our hard work is about to be threatened or go down the drain in a minute, in an instant.
Why, John? You have to ask yourself, and you have to ask your wife here why that is. And so to me, this was so glaring because that's what John Boy had to, like, that's the first thing he says. It's gross. He's worried about I, me, us, our brand.
He can hear you or you're on.
So if people don't think that that's motive enough to do what they did, that 9-hour live stream, 4-hour follow-up, and just shit on everybody, okay, and continue to do, they did that, and they manipulated all the people that have not unsubscribed from them, that are still buying into the bullshit. They have manipulated them. And I mean, again, I'm not like free of this, okay? Because I was there for the 9-hour live stream, although I had shitty experiences with this shitty person. But, you know, it looked genuine. She looked genuine. She looked like she was genuinely in distress. And I mean, it's feeling like we need, it's probably like going to be a case study. It needs to be, because, oh my God, she basically, what could have been if she would have said, go, you know, give her hell or whatever about Christina, you know, how many people you think did that, even though she didn't say it, even though she was doing the whole, you know, don't go subscribe. I don't believe in cancel culture. As she's like, and strike and strike and strike and strike, right? She is all about cancel culture. She projects onto her people, onto other people, I'll say, the things that she does, just like Lori. I don't think, and I mean, this is just my opinion from my research into everything. I'm no professional, but I'm also not a dumbass, and I breathe, right? I have common sense. And I think that part of the damage done in this community with this case, with her reporting, with Lauren's investigative journalism, right? What she has done is effectively muted, hidden the actual belief system. The belief system that Chad and Lori used to justify murdering my family members and Tammy. Okay. Marking people light and dark, separating, Lori has used this recently, separating the wheat from the tares. Okay. The good from the bad. That's what that is. And that's still at large. And it's not who's following Chad and Lori, who's following Denver Snuffer. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter, because it's widespread. It's not just these quote unquote fringe. That's no. There's a lot of people who either will not do any self-reflection and find that their beliefs are exactly the same. Maybe their practices aren't, right? Let's hope that stays that way. But the beliefs are there. And that's big. It's Visions of Glory doesn't help. Tom Harrison, you know, all the rhetoric, but neither do any of the apostles that have written all these books. Joseph Smith, the founder of the church. It's the same thing. And it's this elitist type marking people for dark, wheat and tares, you know. Anyways, I'm not saying that if you're Mormon, I'm saying this is in all the churches. And I believe this is a system that's used. And like purposely. Who would even, anyways, I know that's doctrinal shit and it really has nothing to do, and a lot of people are uninterested, but I really think that it's not who's following who and who's in a fringe cult. It doesn't matter anyways. It does not matter. Because they all practice it. I mean, they all believe it. They just maybe don't practice it. I don't know. I know that's a wide blanket, and I'm probably going to get chewed out in the comments, but hey, you figure it out. You know, do your own research. But I mean, for real, it's that's just, I know, a vague statement, but still, and it's awful big. And again, it'll be thrown in my face, but whatever, fuck it.
Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have.
The most important thing.
You know, all our hard work is about to be threatened or go down the drain.
Oh,
in a minute, in an instant.
Poor John.
Right? Like, I mean, my goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, texts, voicemails, right? They hacked into all our stuff. It's illegal by Nevada statute and federal law.
Allegedly, we don't believe your laws.
Private information without our consent. We never gave consent.
You did.
So if calling her is going to prevent them or stop them from publishing, then it's probably worth it.
Now,
but if
hey,
it's not, she's not going to be the one that publishes it. So.
Have y'all heard anywhere in this 25 minutes, 47 seconds, Christina's name?
She's not going to be the one that publishes it.
She made me laugh with that.
And also, I mean, can he call like Stephanie Budge?
Well, let's say he calls. Let's say he calls and he says, "There's no law that's broken right now," as she asks. Does that empower them?
Well, but they know. I'm sure the officer knows the Nevada statutes. Nevada's a two-party consent state. You can't just.
What if it didn't happen?
Private.
What if it didn't happen in Nevada? Okay. What if it happened in Utah or Idaho? Okay. What if it happened in Colorado? I'm just saying. What's he talking about? Text messages, but that has nothing to do with recording. I don't know. Anyways, bullshit.
Stuff without consent.
With your internet
You
crime.
never gave consent.
Yeah.
Here's where
It's terrifying. It's terrifying to me.
I felt this way anyways. I felt like, you know, she made it sound like Lindsay broke into her damn account. Okay. She also, well, she didn't directly, but whenever she allegedly was hacked, I mean, I don't believe it now, but my friend Jen, the one that she shit talked to and said we were really small in that text message from Lauren, she said that, no, I mean, I'm sorry. She didn't do that. Jen was hacked, literally fucking hacked. Okay. And I mean, it was horrible to even just watch, you know, from afar, from a whole different state. Like it really is damaging, you know, it kind of goes into that whole gang stalking and just all that bullying is what it is. Anyways, but I remember my parents came to pick me up to go to the airport, to Houston airport. We were flying to Rexburg because Lori was going to be arraigned finally after being found competent after 10 months. Okay. And so I get in the vehicle, I get in the back seat, and I mean, we didn't even make it to Texas. I literally live about 30 minutes away from the Texas line. And I mean, we didn't even make it, you know, over the Texas border. And I was like, hey, we didn't do it. I didn't do it. You know, like I didn't hack Lauren. I don't even know. I just figured out what hashtags and links were. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I going to do with that? Like, what do I get out of that? Please riddle me that. It's people who feel threatened by people like me, like Jen. And I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel threatened by Jen with her dual master's degrees and researching and everything. So And in fact, I really do feel like Lauren was threatened by her. She's threatened by Gigi, I'll tell you that. For sure. She's a projector. This one right here.
You know, and it should be terrifying to like every citizen in Nevada.
This right here. It should be.
Somebody can just take your private correspondence and put it on blast publicly.
And he's okay with stripping everyone's First Amendment rights away because he can't contain it. He can't contain his little better half here. You know, can you imagine like her telling John, like, okay, I should talk. Oh my God, it's going to come out. And then they're like, you know, red alert, red alert. And I mean, this is what they're doing instead of saying, hey, all right, Mr. John, you know, Mr. Psychologist, Mr. Big Dude on the campus, you know, like you can't come with verbal resolution. You can't say, Lauren, why don't you go and talk to everybody that you did talk shit about and you genuinely apologize, explain to them how things went down, why you said what you said, and that you're genuinely say sorry for it now and understand that they don't have to accept your apology. And that's just part of it, sister. But why is this not the conversation that happened? Why did what was wrong with this approach? You know, like, oh, is it pride? Is it because she feels like the victim? I mean, like, what the fuck is going on here? It's really weird. It's bothersome.
So
she's a parent. They're both parents.
This is not my exact forte, right? I'm a patrol officer. I already said that I talked to my sergeant about this, and if we have to get a detective involved, we will. At the same time, though, there was no non-disclosure agreement. So if she gave passwords to employees to do business on her behalf, then there's kind of a gray area of how public is it compared to private.
I never gave,
or part of the business doings per se.
I never gave, sorry, I don't know what that sound is. I never gave permission for any iCloud access or any phone access, which is what I think they.
I mean, did it happen like
Yeah,
what
or
you did with Grayson with that phone? You know, the whole reach around? Where was it? I didn't get the minute marker. Damn it.
Anything that I would have.
Damn it. I'll have to go find it. Anyways, 27.
I never gave permission for any iCloud access or any phone access, which is what I think they. Yeah,
There's a conspiracy.
Actually,
there's a whole group of women out after them. Not any of their doing.
But what? Okay, so for right now, as far as we know, so here's my challenge. So there's somebody, you guys have an idea of who this person is, and we're finding out through third parties that some information.
I found it.
Some passwords, but
Okay.
then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them. I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
She just handed her phone off again for anybody just joining.
Terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them. I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Did you pull your britches up? Yes, you did. You sure did.
Information was already shared.
So let me go back.
I never gave. Sorry, I don't know what that sound is. I never gave permission for any iCloud access or any phone access, which is what I think they. Yeah, or Gmail accounts. Actually, you're right.
Like you did.
But what? Okay, so for right now, as far as we know, so here's my challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're
this
telling-
somebody, you guys have an idea of who this person is, and we're finding out through third parties that some information.
It's a group that they interchange however they see fit, and they pin crimes on people. I mean, that's why they're okay with Richard Allen, y'all.
Information was already shared because you have screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So those third party people would have to be willing to talk to us to give up their source to say yes, it came straight from this person.
Right, that's true. I mean,
And if they're investigative reporters, I don't know how many investigative reporters are going to want to give up their sources because that's going to tarnish their reputation.
Yeah, Lauren.
So if we had a way to figure that out without them, I mean, not saying we can't call them, but if there's a way to figure that out without them, then they
should not be contacting a law enforcement at all, or law enforcement period. Have an officer go out there to put out their fires, and that's what they're expecting to do. Why? They don't like confrontation. And they say confrontation. Like I said, they like to poke the bear, and then they like to say, "Oh, look, the bear is chasing me," but they fail to say what they did. And that's
be more beneficial for sure.
Yeah.
We have encrypted emails. We have encrypted emails from people that are obviously the source. I just don't know.
Oh my
Is
God.
there anyone at Metro that could figure out where these are coming from?
That's his hookup.
That's where we want to go.
That's why I says this isn't my forte, so I'm not sure if anybody. It would have to be a special detective that works with computer crimes.
And what about the harassment aspect too? I want to point out the harassment aspect because again,
here we go.
We're getting these cryptic proton emails saying you're about.
Everything's pretty much encrypted. Ding dong.
We've blind copied all these people, even though you blind copy people so that people don't know you blind copied them, and they're like, we blind copied everyone. We're doing this. We are outing you.
Yeah,
there's like multiple emails like that. Also, I feel like lies in like harassment. Like, why are they doing that? Like, this is like a game to them. This is, you know what I mean? Like they're
like I said, there's a lot of ugly people that do stupid things, and they're mean people that bully people and stuff like that. It doesn't mean it's a crime.
Right.
So I get what you're saying with the possibility of doing this, and even the blind copy, not knowing who those people are. If there are people, it's if
there are people,
that's what we don't know right now.
Oh, blind copy.
Extortion would be them asking for something. Did they ask for money or anything?
I haven't seen that. You just checked that email out today. What are they threatening? Well, they're threatening our livelihood.
Oh, money.
That's a bit gray. I don't know about that. They're just saying to put out information. So
look at her look.
I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my sergeant right now with what I have, and we'll see if I'll see. They'll probably end up getting in touch with our cyber detective and see how this might play out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know, officer.
No, yeah, we know. You know everything.
I worked
This.
not in the last few years, but I've worked closely with your. I have in the past your internet sex crimes.
If this is ICAC, I'm like, oh my God, how come we've never heard this out of somebody who really loves to toot his own horn? And he says not in the last 2 years. So John has not worked there in the last 2 years for sure. So we need to check that against the resume or whatever, his work experience that he claims.
Extortion would be them asking for something. That's a bit gray. I don't know about that. They're just saying to put out information. So
50 Shades of Grey.
I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my sergeant right now with what I have, and we'll see if I'll see. They'll probably end up getting in touch with our cyber detective and see how this might play out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know, officer. By the way,
It just made me cringe. He calls him officer. John did not call him officer, and to my knowledge, I mean, he probably maybe did, but it just seems like, oh, well, here comes me trying to brown nose your ass, okay, and start name dropping and use my weight here, right? Another thing I noticed, so a lot of things, I sometimes notice the absence of things, and one thing I'm not hearing is her plugging Hidden True Crime. She loves saying, / Hidden True Crime, Patreon, you know what I'm saying. She always has done that so well, she's very good at that. She never drops that. They never, you never hear John really laugh unless it's like a sadistic laugh. Like, I can't believe this mother effer is not buying my shit. Like we need a new cop, it's just, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I know, officer,
of course,
just as an aside, I worked, not in the last few years, but I've worked closely with your, I have in the past, your internet sex crimes.
Uh-huh.
And I've done a lot of evaluations on sex offenders that got put away. Obviously, that's a very different crime.
I've done a lot of evaluations on sex offenders that have put away. Okay.
But I just want to say that, I've always appreciated Metro and worked closely with you guys.
I endorse you.
Thank you for listening to us. Yeah, I think the problem here is.
And dude didn't buy it. No, I'm here for it.
Right, I know. Technically, since they haven't published this stuff, it's kind of hard to say
Stop
it's a
it.
crime. But on the other hand,
It's an almost crime.
according to Gigi,
I mean, aren't these the same people that can look at people they don't like anymore or whatever? I don't think they like anybody. I don't think they like themselves, but and say what people are thinking or what they're going to do, and she feels threatened. I mean, that's what we're dealing with.
minutes away from publishing this stuff, so we're trying to salvage our reputation. But
We're trying to salvage our reputation.
minutes away from publishing this stuff, so we're trying to salvage our reputation. But
not just our reputation, but
Trying to be
the
you're trying to be proactive. I get it.
Yeah.
She's throwing that one in.
So I don't know. It is a little.
He's not worried about it.
Technically, after the damage is done, yeah, you've got federal crimes and you've got state crimes, right? But and maybe they're just playing a game. Maybe they're not going to publish. I mean, unfortunately, we have sources that have said that they've seen some of the emails and they know they're coming. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. We just try
my concern is the whole text of these will be shown by your text messages. It's very clear that they are releasing your.
And Grayson, how come you went through 6.5 years? You know Lauren better than anybody. Okay. You went through all these texts and I guess all her accounts too, that she gave you access to, consent, if you will. And you didn't find any of these. I don't buy that shit. Never did buy that shit.
Or text messages. And the fact that they were in your iCloud account, which is cited.
I've never given them a password to my iCloud.
And you've seen it. You've seen the direct copy of a particular text. Then
I've seen somebody show me one in person. Yeah, I've seen things.
or do you have it sent to you right now? One that you know for a fact is from your iCloud account.
Do we have one from?
Do you? Did you get it?
Because here's what we usually do: we go by the screenshots showing the proof of, and I mean, it's kind of like a financial crime in a sense. We need all this documentation, the bank account records and all that other stuff,
Forensic.
So having all this stuff, you can talk about it, you can say I saw it, but without the proof, once again, it's.
I want y'all to know, look, I just typed in Christina. You could do Control F, and then I typed in Christina, and they only say it one time in this entire 51 minutes of body cam footage from June of 2025. So, just saying. And I've seen somebody showed me one in person. Yeah, I've seen things. Are or do you have it sent to you right now? One that you know for a fact is from your iCloud account. Grayson says, do we have one from Christina? Did you get it? Because here's what we usually do. We go by the screenshot showing me proof. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only time they mention Christina. And I find that interesting. Let me go back here.
And all that other stuff, So having all this stuff, you can talk about it. You can say I saw it, but without the proof, once again, there's not a lot to go off of.
I wish that the police who interviewed Lori and Alex after they murdered my uncle, I wish that they would have done this, because Lori spoke in vagaries and, it's just all these emails, threatening me and everything that, she just projected everything onto her victim, just like I believe is happening here.
To go off of. So the proof is what we need.
I think if he calls Gigi, I think if somebody official with law enforcement calls Gigi and says, we're aware
Not you,
of the
Don?
fact that you believe that you see texts that are private correspondence.
These ones aren't iCloud. These are her private messages that have been sent around.
Oh, she's a cop. Settle down.
If you call
I understand.
if you call Gigi and say, we have information.
They're crossing out names of who's in it.
Wait.
November
John,
23rd, okay.
Wait, hold on, John.
Yeah, don't
Continue
interrupt John.
talking. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, John.
It really wasn't.
We have information that you see private texts that have been shared with you from Lauren's iCloud account, which, by the way, is a crime. That's illegal. It's a federal crime.
My
It's against
God.
State lines,
According to John.
private information.
Well, I don't.
This is like the prophecies according to Chad, right? So it's just according to John. These are crimes according to John.
From Lauren's iCloud account, which, by the way, is a crime. That's illegal. It's a federal crime because we're going across state lines.
Oh my God, interstate.
You can't see the private information.
Well, I don't enforce federal crime either, so the FBI would probably have to get involved with this.
Oh my God.
I agree. There's actually two federal crimes here. But,
Oh, there's actually two.
I meant it to jump in.
Because this
He
may
just
be
told
more
you that.
FBI than local.
That's what I'm thinking.
John just said, yeah, I think I'll have to get the FBI involved. The officer just recommended that. And so it's like, it's got to be his idea. Oh my God. Oh my God.
two federal crimes here. But,
And he won up to him.
Well, I don't enforce federal crime either, so the FBI would probably have to get involved with this.
I agree. There's actually two federal crimes here.
There's actually two.
Yes,
So
I know
shut
the
up.
FBI meant it to jump in.
Right.
Because this may be more FBI than local.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
We all agree with that. And
'Cause he
but
just
my
told
biggest
y'all that.
concern is my biggest concern though, John, is if Henderson police calls, because this isn't their jurisdiction, they're not federal, and they say to Gigi, we don't know if there's a crime that's been committed if she
This
asks.
goes further.
Then it goes further. And
I bet you, Lauren, if the shoe, were on the other foot, that's exactly what she would do. She would just be an asshole.
if he's still trying to figure that out, he can't say there's been a crime that's been committed if he's still.
Have you submitted anything to the FBI at all yet?
No, we made a police report in Arizona.
He made a bunch
Arizona in April.
trying to get something to stick.
And what'd they say?
They listened and took a record and said, would you want to press charges?
And we said yes.
Uh-uh.
Hear back, and then things kind of died down, so we thought everything was done. We were
Have you contacted them recently? Because here's the thing, if this started when you guys were in Arizona, and you already gave a police report, doing a multiple 2 times, 3 times police report still makes sense.
Exactly.
And now it feels like that's what I'm kind of doing.
The reason I told you was because we live here. We were in Arizona on a business trip.
Okay.
And so that was why I got them involved while we were there, because I was worried about her safety. She had somebody physically coming out threatening her at the courthouse.
Okay.
Yeah, bailiffs had to say, leave her alone.
I
Okay.
was
Okay.
concerned.
Did you call? Yeah, that's completely different. Did you call Arizona and try to find an update on? So what was reported down there? Was this reported down there, or just the situation that at Arizona?
The beginning of this was reported in
There you
Arizona,
go.
and
But Grayson, it's a different crime. That was somebody's basically.
You don't own me.
yeah,
Physically.
Okay, we'll keep that out of it then.
Yeah, this is an internet crime. That was somebody.
I know.
who was physically.
Okay. Let me.
So Jay caught this, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" He just said, "and physically harm Lauren." No, did you hear any of that in the 9 hour? Did you hear any of that in any of the declarations? Physical? Nope, nope, and nope. They are desperate, though. They are so desperate right here. I mean, they done tried name dropping, trial dropping, victim dropping. They are, I mean, credentials, Metro Police. I work with them, hey, officer, thanks for everything you do for us. This is what they do. They are entitled elitist. That is the same belief system. Okay. Whether they go to church every day or don't go to church at all. It's the culture that this one was raised in my opinion. And that's very toxic. It's very toxic. I'm not saying everybody in that culture is like this. I'm just saying there's got to be a lot of victims, or this kind of thinking. Or I don't know. I really don't have the answers. I don't.
Reported in Arizona, and
But Grayson, it's a different crime. That was basically stalking.
It was a different crime in Arizona. What was it in Arizona? I can't remember because there was no crime.
yeah,
Okay. We'll keep that out of it then.
Yeah, this is an internet crime. That was somebody who was harassing Lauren and trying to harm her physically.
Okay.
Liar.
Let me talk to my sergeant. Probably talk to our cyber guy, and go from there. I'm not going to try to call Gigi.
I know. Do you see my concern with it?
Yeah. No, 100%. While you're on the phone, we have that a lot with like neighbors across the street, next door, apartments, whatever. Where like, hey, I just want it documented. I don't want you to go talk to them because I'm afraid it'll escalate. I want it documented. So a lot of people do that as well. So based on your concerns, I will not make a phone call to her.
Okay.
Not at all. Let me talk to my sergeant and see kind of what direction we're at right now. Because right now, all I got is somebody saying they're going to do something and haven't yet. And your lawyer sent out a cease and desist to that person. Right?
3 people.
That person may or may not have shared information to other news sources per se.
Correct.
And the reason I say may or may not have is because they would have to tell
me. Hold on. We're going to switch to this one real quick. And Janice is going to have her say. And I really like the way she talks about Lauren.
Well, I'm looking for Janice. This is Sergeant Jacobs with the Boise Police Department in Boise, Idaho.
This is from Jay.
Every day with Jay. A possible stalking situation that involves Lauren Matthias.
It's going to have those flashy things though. I can throw something over it though, so it doesn't flash. So let me get back over there.
Lower yourself and Sarah. The report number this is under is 2025-510-902. My back number is 786. If you give me a call back so I can kind of get your side of the story, my number is.
Sorry.
Janice.
Hi, Janice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. What's that?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, so I was contacted last night. Excuse me, I've got to get the report back up so I can see exactly what is going on. Give me just a second.
You're fine.
Okay, great. Let me kick this out and get back up. So anyway, as my voicemail said, this is in reference to incidents that happened both in Arizona and here at the Coburg trial this weekend. Does that sound familiar?
I didn't do any. She says I was stalking her at the Kohlberger trial.
So, no, not necessarily.
Okay.
Right. So, what I'm gathering from all this, and it's very long and interwoven.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm just trying to get everybody's perspective on what's happening. So, apparently, Lauren was working with Lindsay, and maybe I'm wrong. And then Lindsay and her had fallen apart, And since then, she claims that Lindsay, Lori, yourself, and Sarah have been approaching her and not leaving her alone. She's got several videos of encounters with different people in this group, and has, like, she's downloaded those onto our report on some of those. So I just kind of wanted to see your side of the story of what's going on with this whole mess, and kind of give me your perspective of what's happening.
Yeah, nothing has to do with Lindsay being her employer, because she says that, I know she's told she actually called the Nevada police department and tried to turn some ladies in, saying that it was against the law to share screenshots, but it's not. Anyways, she says that they're disgruntled employees, but they're not. Basically, Lauren has over the years talked shit and lied about a lot of people. And those are like in messages, and the people that she messaged to, they're no longer friends with her. They weren't employees, so she can say that. There are some other ladies that I'm not going to name names, but so they have shared those messages, and Lauren has made up a lot of shit about me, which this is so stupid. Middle school drama.
Right.
Like, she doesn't know me, and she's telling people Janice is a swinger. I have messages, literal screenshots of her saying that. She doesn't know me. And then she says her husband left her because of stuff, and she just has like said all this shit about me. So I found out about it, and I wanted to go up and talk to her about it in Arizona, and she had a complete freak out.
She was, but to be honest, I believe. Like, I don't know why. Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember what we decided. Please do not give them air.
About today?
What?
About today? You sent her a cease and desist. You had the cops talk to Christina about stuff that you shouldn't be waving at her. You shouldn't be talking to her. You should be staying far away from her.
So the cops have nothing to do with what
I'm just saying, don't.
I was asking about a seat. I was asking about a seat. I walked away.
You said Lindsay. You said Lindsay. Lindsay. Is anyone sitting here? Don't talk to her.
Lindsay's in her 30s. She can talk to her. Lindsay's in her 30s.
I'm not talking to you.
Lindsay doesn't want to talk to her. She said her cease and desist letter. Why would Lindsay talk to her?
The cease and desist is letter to Christina, and the police calling Christina. I didn't request that.
I can't hear
someone
you.
just stay away. Someone that please.
Just stop acting like nothing happened, that you haven't done anything.
I haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever.
Well, you need to sit down
Yeah, it
then.
has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with
We are her
this.
friends, and we will back her up till the day.
A cease and desist is a legal business. It has nothing to do with you guys.
That you did. You in that.
What did I do?
You accused her of
What have you not done?
What did I do?
You sent her cease and desist, and then
What
you
did I
approached
do?
her. You approached her after you
A cease and desist.
Why would you want to approach her after you sent her a cease and
She
desist?
I asked if I could
I know. I
sit.
told her there
I was at a press conference.
Well, then she kept asking. I know. What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
Not a lot of seats. You say
There were lots of empty seats she could have sat at, but she chose to ask about sitting. She chose to specifically approach somebody by name that she sent a cease and desist to.
Exactly.
Great. Guess what? You know what? I work with Lindsay, and she tried to get me sued. So guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Neither do we.
I don't know
I
you.
know.
Well, you know me. You don't know
No,
me.
I have your phone number because I wanted to get eyelash extensions, but we've never hung out. I don't know you. So could you please get away from our table because you're making me uncomfortable. I don't know
Comfortable.
you. I don't know why you guys approached us. We asked about a seat at a press conference. I don't approach you guys when we're all hanging out together.
Poke the bear.
You guys, I know. So you're approaching me while I'm trying to have dinner. I approached you at a press conference about a seat. Could you please? She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone? I don't know her. I've never communicated with her.
Sorry, Lucy, I don't know why that's not up yet.
Thank you.
At least they got the
She was like freaking out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, are you recording me? and like ran into the courthouse and then opened up the door. And she's like, Denise, she's recording me. You are a bully. I feel threatened by you. Stay away from me. And I'm like, okay, all I want to do is talk to you. She's like, stay away. You're a bully. I'm like, okay. And she was freaking out. And then she took off running and got some cops involved. And so they took me into a room and talked to me. And they're like, what's going on?
Was that in the courthouse?
Yeah, that was at the courthouse.
Okay.
And they took me into a room and they're like, what's going on? And they're like, this lady says she feels threatened by you. They're like, we need to know if you feel threatened by her. And I'm like, no, she's an absolute joke. I'm like, all I wanted to do was talk to her. And she took off running, like, and trying to make this big scene, like trying to, you know, like, you are a bully. I feel threatened by you. And like, everyone's just looking at her like, you are an idiot.
Yep.
Anyway, so the cops were like, what's this all about? And I'm just like, well, she was talking shit about people, including like victims of this case, whatever. And they're just like laughing because they're like realizing like she's crazy. So from that point on, like even the officers, every time I came in, they're like, because I was sitting outside the courthouse waiting because I wanted to talk to her and she was late that day. Usually she's there early and I was just going to talk to her, like nothing. Like I just wanted to ask her why she was telling people lies about me, like complete made up shit. Right. And she had a big freak out. So the cops were like, are we gonna have to stand outside there and watch? And I'm like, no, like I'm a big girl. I'm not gonna do anything. All I wanted to do was talk to her. And so like literally the rest of that trial, they were like, hey bully, keep it up, keep the peace up there. Like they were funny. Like they, even at the end, they like wanted to take their picture with me because we had this inside running joke and like Lauren was the joke.
Oh,
they
wow.
thought she was ridiculous. Anyways, so that ended, and I don't know why she would say that something happened. Like, that was it. She, like, brought up the phone and thought I was being a bully. So we're at the Kohlberger case. I didn't do anything. So after that, in Arizona, one of our friends did talk to Lauren, and she recorded it. She recorded the conversation. Lauren doesn't know it's recorded. And anyways, after she got done talking to her friend, then she sent out cease and desist letters to the people that she thought had sent the text messages, her old friends. And then she sent one to Lindsay, told them cease and desist. Okay. So Lindsay has stayed away from her, like stayed clear. Okay. We're at Kohlberger's case.
Right.
It's the day before. Lindsay and Lori are sitting under the News Nation tent.
Right.
And Lauren comes over and she's talking to some of the people. And then she walks right by Lindsay and Lori and waves really fast. Waves, hi. And she sent a cease and desist to them.
Right.
But she's coming towards them. Like, why would that even be? So Lauren doesn't know I'm there because I'm sitting in the car. Well, then at night, we're sitting out there lined up.
No, I'm going to try something because I'm afraid like I won't have audio, but like I made that. And so I just kind of wanted to see. So I'm going to push play. I need to loop this. Hold on. I just want to see.
And then Lauren comes over and realizes I'm there. And she sits there for like an hour. I don't say anything to her. And I wasn't planning on saying anything to her.
Okay, and this was at the restaurant? Was this
No. This was the night before.
Okay.
So we're sitting there. She leaves, I guess, because she feels uncomfortable. The next time I see Lauren is at the press conference. I don't even talk to her. But she came up to Lindsay because Lindsay was sitting there and Lori and Sarah. And she's like, can I sit there? I want to sit there. And asking Lindsay if that seat was available. And Lindsay just turned and it like didn't say anything because of the C&D. And then she turns to Sarah and is like,
thank you,
can I sit here? And Sarah says, no, that's safe for Janice. Well, she didn't like that answer. So she asked Lindsay again. And Lindsay doesn't say anything because she's not going to. Because in the thing it said, if you do anything, we will take legal matter. So Lindsay's just going by the cease and desist that Lauren doesn't want to be contacted or anything.
Right.
Well, then Lori says to her, I don't know why you're talking to her or something like that, but you sent a cease and desist, leave her alone. So Lauren just like goes and sits on the other side of the room. That was it. We all left. We're at dinner.
Nope.
And we were there for like 2 hours. We come out. 2 of my friends went out early because we were waiting for like check or whatever, and 2 of them paid and they went outside. And then I come walking out. My friend's like, did you see who just walked by? I said, no. And I turn around and Lauren and Grayson are sitting at the table right by the door.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's just quiet right now. Doody 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 doo. Redactions are taking place. I made that graphic way too late because the flashy parts are over. Okay, it's a long redaction. But at least you get to see the graphic of who's who, the 7.
Right.
So I just put up my camera and I start recording them. And then I put my camera down and I just stand there and we're just talking and listening to music. And then Lindsay comes walking out, but Lori and Sarah aren't with her. And then I look up and Julie's like, oh my gosh, Lori's talking to her. So Lori's just telling Lauren, you sent her a cease and desist, stop following her, stop talking to her.
Yeah.
And then Lauren's like, I can talk to her. It's a press conference. I can do that. And we're like, no, you can't.
You can't be a bitch.
We have it recorded. The whole conversation's recorded. Sarah recorded it. And then to Sarah, she's like, I don't know who you are. Get away from me. You make me feel uncomfortable. And it's laughable because they know each other. She's known her for a couple years through different trials, not like they know each other. She has Sarah's phone number because Sarah was going to do her eyelashes. Like you will find out that Lauren is the biggest liar, narcissistic. She's going to spin the narrative. We weren't stalking her. We were at that restaurant. She actually knows that restaurant is Lindsay's favorite restaurant, Boise, because when they were friends, they'd go there all the time together.
Right.
So it's kind of ironic that she would show up to Lindsay's favorite restaurant in Boise. And here's the other thing. It's self-seating, but you have to go in. So she probably saw us in there and she continued to stay there, sat at the table right by the door. So she can say all she wants. There's no stalking. No one would want to stalk that ugly bitch. Like,
oh my God. Thank you, Janice, for saying what we're all thinking. Okay. Thank you. Somebody had to do it and you had the opportunity. So thank you. Hats off. Serve it. Thank you for your service. I'm going to rewind that because it's just so epic.
In there, and she continued to stay there, sat at the table right by the door. So she can say all she wants. There's no stalking. No one would want to stalk that ugly bitch. Like,
no one wants to stalk that ugly bitch.
She is trouble. I'll tell you that much. Like, so much trouble.
Okay. So, appreciate that. I still need to talk to.
Yeah, they're going to call you.
Lindsay, Laura, right. Just so I can put you in the report, do you mind if I get your date of birth and address? Okay, so I'll put down what you said and whatever Lindsay and Lori and
there's nothing malicious or knowingly harming in us being at a restaurant that we were eating at and she showed up. And I was at a trial already there before her, so she's just like, you're gonna find out this lady is batshit crazy.
Oh.
And
you know what the funny thing is I have a friend that is a ISP cop, and I called her last night right as this was happening. I said, oh my gosh, I know she's gonna call the police in. And I told her what happened and I sent her the video and she's like, oh my gosh, that's it's laughable because she literally is such an idiot.
Right. Yeah. So just like, I obviously can't give legal advice.
Oh, I know.
But I would say, like, if you guys are going down to the same trials or you see her, like, just
we stay away. That's the thing.
Run the way.
Let me just tell you this other thing. She said she felt so threatened by me, and like I was a bully. So that was the first trial in Arizona. Like I forgot there was one more right after that, and she sat on the back row with the media. And there was one day that there was a detective brought down from Rexburg, and I said, I'm friends with his wife, and so they said, you can come over here and sit on this row so I could see him, and it was like she was 2 rows behind me. Well, at break, she couldn't handle that I was that much closer. She literally moved up 2 rows and sat right behind me. And I'm like, if you feel so threatened by me, why would you get that close to me? You know what I mean? Like, it's laughable. Like, she makes up her own rules and excuses.
Right. I think what you said earlier probably is coming into play here, in that there's a lot of drama here.
She's the drama.
She is the drama.
Yeah. It looks like there's drama on both sides, to be honest with you. Like, I mean,
she's
there's
created
no
it all.
point if she's as crazy as you say she is. There's no point to approach her and talk
I
to
don't
her.
approach her. I've never
Well,
even had a
yeah.
conversation with. The only time I
But
tried was that
right.
time when, and I wanted to just say, that was the first time I just wanted to talk to her and say like, what? And then she had the complete freak out, like freaked out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff, it's not worth it. So
I know.
Right. In the future, just tell our friends, like, cut and run and don't get sucked into the drama. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thanks for giving me a call back.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Yo, nobody wants to stalk that bitch. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've really enjoyed hearing that one. I know it's not fun going through, but I hope that you guys are continuously getting your vindication, just like everybody else that Lauren and John and others have done harm they've done. All right.
It came from that particular person. And then we got a text message, copies of text messages from 2023.
If you ever want to come up, let me know.
That are being sent out. So there was a copy of a text message, screenshots of a text message that is being sent out. And who'd you get that from?
You know, that's an interesting person because that's somebody that we hired to do contract work with, and then they cut doing contract work with us because so they were sent that. So it's also like that's someone that like stopped working for us because it was sent. So this is someone like trying to physically hurt our business.
So that might not be from your iCloud account. That could be from the other person then.
They were sent it by the person that we've been telling you about. They said that. They told her directly, Stephanie sent this to me. And she said, I don't know why.
But we don't know where Stephanie got it from.
She's in that. That was between.
And that's the other thing too. We'd have to try to prove that Stephanie had access to the iCloud and got into it, broke into it.
Yeah.
Or happen to know your contractor who took screenshots of it because it's on their phone too. And they took the screenshots and sent it to her.
So I think the best case, we're all here. If you could talk to your cyber unit, is that what you feel is best right now, officer?
That's all I can do because right now it's very, very loose stuff, extremely loose stuff. I understand the concern and I know the concern is real, 100%. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Lives to be blown up.
But just like I mentioned earlier, when somebody says, I'm going to come over and take care of you, what does that mean? So there is real fear, concerns, and other things in person's minds when certain things happen and they understand from their point of view what could or could not happen. The fact that it hasn't happened yet is good, but that would like pass that. But yeah, there's a lot of work that would have to go into if and when that took place, being the crime and then tracing it back to the actual person that did it.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I'm not the one that's going to be able to figure it out.
Is everybody good? John, are we good?
I have problems with my iPhone. Come on now.
He's never good.
And yeah, internet crimes and stuff too. The FBI, I think it'd be good to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull my combo with her.
It's one of those difficult situations where, like I would do groups
Like.
convicted felons, and sometimes a sex offender would say, well, I'm thinking about offending again on
That has nothing to do with it, John.
I'm thinking about offending, and we would know who it was, right? Like we would know what they wouldn't say the person, but like we would have an idea based on their history of who they were talking about. And like, is that reportable, right? Like, I mean, obviously I don't want someone to get harmed, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Committed a crime, but there's like a specific credible threat. I don't know. It's a hard area.
It is, and I mentioned this earlier before you were on the phone. It's difficult because sometimes until that line is crossed, it's just an idle. When I say idle threat, it's not a criminal threat. It's just a threat of doing something, and until it happens, there's not a lot you can do. Sometimes depends on what it is. So just because people have certain thoughts of I would like to go steal a car. I think that'd be fun. We're not going to go to somebody's house because they're planning on stealing a car.
Right. I guess like in this case, well, I know I think there's a specific credible threat, but I don't know. Like, yeah, technically, you know, until they publish the stuff and cross the line, like I don't. It's hard to.
Desperate.
It's hard to know what to do. I mean, I guess we're going to.
Well, that's where the cease and assist from the lawyer is huge, because then they can contact the lawyer, know that the lawyer is real. Lawyer can utilize certain federal laws, certain state laws in that, saying, you know, if you do this, this is a law you'll be breaking, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's educating the other party, makes them be like, oh, man, that's not a good idea.
He should know this.
Unfortunately, one of the other parties, her husband, works for the FBI, so he doesn't seem to think this is a big deal.
He's
Well, we
smarter
don't know.
than
We
him.
don't know if they've talked. I mean, not the best marriage. So let's be honest. We don't know. So
You don't have the best marriage, ma'am,
The
in my
safety
opinion.
of these things is, it depends on how bad it is, but it's at least 5 years in prison. It's a felony.
And they're fucking okay with
So, I mean,
that.
it is serious, and it's obviously there's civil issues in terms of if they ruin our business, which they
It's
would
not.
think our business would think.
Yeah, I brought up civil earlier.
Oh, 9, okay. So, and obviously it's going to be multiple counts. If it's here like 10 items, it's potentially 10 counts. So,
Oh my God.
I don't know. Like
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
I get it.
it's frustrating because obviously our best case scenario here is to stop this or stop
Best case
anything being
scenario.
published.
Yep.
Best case
Okay,
scenario.
So I think I feel good where I am, John. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, so you don't think you should call Gigi?
Well, I think we have the concern. He can't say right now that there was a crime committed. So she asks, he has to say, I don't know. And then that gives him power.
And God forbid your fucking victims. Hold on. God forbid your fucking victims have any slight fucking power over the bullshit you're doing to them. That I heard that earlier and I was like, wow. Yeah. God forbid the victims of you, Lauren and John, God forbid they have any power.
So you don't think you should call Gigi?
Well, I think we have the concern. He can't say right now that there was a crime committed. So she asks, he has to say, I don't know. And then that gives him power.
I mean, it could be, this could just be an intimidation campaign, right? Like to scare us. I mean, that's true. Like it could just be like, we're gonna ruin your reputation without publishing a thing because we're
tired of being on the phone.
we're implying or we're inferring that you're,
Oh yeah.
that you're immoral or whatever the hell they're implying. That, you know, you're not supportive of people you should be. So I mean, it could just be intimidation, but is there any way could we get a referral to the FBI? Is there someone at the FBI we can contact?
Yeah, you'd have to just contact the FBI office itself. I think you can do an online report, but I don't know. I don't know how soon you'd be contacted by anybody because it goes into their big system. I would say the local FBI, I think, is downtown near the detention center or the courthouse or something. You could go straight down there and talk to a desk officer or something and say, hey, we want to talk to somebody about a situation we have.
Is that right by CCDC?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but
Why?
Yeah, I'll go. You know,
You go straight down there.
Hold on. All right, Mr. FBI, ICAC International. Yeah.
So, I mean, it could just be intimidation, but is there any way could we get a referral to the FBI? Is there someone at the FBI we can contact?
Yeah, you'd have to just contact the FBI office itself. I think you can do an online report, but I don't know how soon you'd be contacted by anybody because it goes into their big system. I would say the local FBI, I think, is downtown near the detention center or the courthouse or something. You could go straight down there and talk to a desk officer or something and say, hey, we want to talk to somebody about a situation we have.
Is that right by CCDC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but
yeah, Yeah, I'll go. You know, I almost actually, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that
With
one
who?
crime you were covering, John. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And I had
That
an
one
appointment with them,
crime
and I just
you were
was unable-
covering. Why is she going checking on one crime you were covering, John?
Yeah,
Like, what the?
unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but yeah.
He laughs. This is the
Yeah,
only
I'll
time he
go.
laughs.
You know, I almost actually, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that one crime you were covering, John. Yeah.
Oh, I was concerned about that one crime we were covering.
It's
Okay.
actually, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that one crime you were covering, John. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you
And I
going
had an
there?
appointment with them, and I just was unable to go because we went out of
What are you, a CI, a confidential informant? I mean, it kind of feels like it anyways.
town, but I can figure it out.
Plant.
We had some people threatening us, so
Wait, whoa, what?
we had some people threatening us, so
Something, people threatening us. Hold on. He's tapping on his damn phone. I can't really hear. Let me turn my speaker up. All right, already?
You know, I almost actually, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that one crime you were covering, John. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
And I had an appointment with them, and I just was unable to go because we went out of town, but I can figure it out.
We had some people threatening us, so
We have some people threatening us. So,
I mean, what's their offices? They probably close at what, 5?
Yeah, we can work it out, John.
Goodness.
We're standing here with an officer. Can we call you later?
oh, now
Okay.
you want to be mindful?
Okay, bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let me go talk to my Sarge and see what he thinks, because this is very unique. It's not something we go to, not even on a monthly basis, maybe once a year kind of thing. And then you got multiple officers with, beginning of the week, end of the week, days, swings, graves. So, I mean, for me, this is my first time in 5 years that, I've dealt with something like this. So, but that's why we have the people, available that have a little bit more experience. If he has to bring it up to the lieutenant, they'll talk to the lieutenant and then, kind of go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do we need to give you any more of like the emails, the double encrypted emails, or the?
I wouldn't say right now.
That's what I'm saying.
The big challenge is because you're getting these from other news sources.
The email was sent. You were in that Facebook group where that threat came from. So you pulled that.
No, that was
And the
threat
email was sent to us.
that threat was written by my ex-employee, and it
Okay.
has her name on it.
It's from
Allegedly.
from her email source,
Girl.
that kind of stuff.
No, it's from her direct social
Shut
media
up,
account.
Okay, social media.
Yeah.
And what did that one say?
That was the one, if you talk to
Boo,
private,
boo,
we'll
boo.
close you in public, didn't act you as a courtesy.
That was
Okay.
my ex-employee.
That was 2 hours after she had a conversation, a private text conversation with somebody else about the falling out with these employees, explaining some anger. So that's
Yep.
why at first I said, I don't think these are related.
Well, I got it. I just need
Yeah.
specifics for my sergeant.
Good,
So
Mom.
that's one thing. But those
email,
text messages that you have are from
those
the copies of text messages.
Yeah, those were sent in April from somebody else, from a friend of mine who sent them, who got mad at her and sent them.
I never dealt with
So
this.
she got them from somebody else, basically. Okay, so in a hearsay kind
I
of,
hate drama.
I don't want to say hearsay, but you got it through a third source.
My husband is back really quickly. He said a couple of action items. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just wondered if we could get a report filed so we start having somewhat of a paper trail on this, if the FBI wants that. Number one, and number two, if we could get a consultation with the internet division, I think that would be helpful, just to see what they say or get their feedback.
All right, I know it's almost over. Let's just okay. Let's just for a minute. I'm gonna play this part because I thought it was funny.
Hello.
What the fudge? Okay, I have to make this big because I gotta be able to see this, you guys. Also, let me know if there's any kind of echo. My sound's being kind of weird right now. Wonder if my
about to twerk.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What in the hoarders is going on over here? Okay. I don't always keep it 100% clean, but whoa, 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 whoa. Did you guys see that? Bounce down David's super chat. Thank you, David. You little sweetie, wipe the seedy. Thank you, Gigi. Says you're hilarious. Thank you so much. David says, what do you think about Netflix buying Warner Brothers? I don't have a lot of opinions about it yet. I don't know if it's a good thing yet, David, but thank you. And Gigi, thank you for becoming a member. I never know if it's a good thing if one big conglomerate buys another big conglomerate. I'm like, oh. Okay. It looks kind of like a tornado. So cushions are places. There's just a random cushion there over a backpack. All right. We got clean white walls. All right. Little pink rose chair maybe in the back.
I don't think
Grayson's there. Someone's been napping on that couch.
Sorry.
Who's been sleeping on your couch? Slippers. We got some water, some soda pop. Okay, they obviously moved the.
Here, I'm sorry.
This is just you being messy and getting caught in your mess, and then trying to make yourself a victim to possibly pitch a docuseries, allegedly.
I agree.
And
I hear what
this poor cop. He's like, offer him a drink, some tea. Ladies, you hear his throat. Clearly, they needed to be raised by Nana. By now, I would have offered him water, pop. Hell, I might have offered him alcohol. I don't have alcohol in my house, but I would be like, my husband will go out and get you something. Okay? Some chamomile. Something for his throat. Throat coat. That's a thing. Okay. Anyways,
Let me do it again.
clear his throat. Clearly, they needed to be raised by Nana. By now, I would have offered him water, pop. Hell, I might have.
I hear what
This poor cop. He's like, offer him a drink, some tea. Ladies, you hear his throat. Clearly, they needed to be raised by Nana. By now,
it just kind of caught me whenever I heard it. So I know, just a little palate cleanser. Okay.
I feel like the more options we have, the better. So
Back to the bed.
that would be great. I really appreciate it.
so a report, we usually do a report for crimes. I got to talk to my sergeant about this. If it's, I mean, we document to everything, but if it doesn't come to the point, we don't necessarily do a report for it. You know,
Not a police report, just like an incident report.
Yeah. I definitely get you that. And as far as somebody contacting you, once again, that's going to be up to the information that I give them and what they got to say for reply. And if they, I'm not even sure, because our cyber guy is tucked into computers all day long per se, that, I mean, few people know who he is, you know, so. Yeah, like our SVU detectives are the same way. They're in their little offices and their little holes, and we see them once in a great while, you know.
They work.
But I'll see if there's a way if somebody can make a phone call to explain things better than what I can.
I just want to like the more the more brains behind this, like they're just to see, like, I just want to see if there's other options, or if they could recommend something that we don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
They deal with this stuff all the time, so they would know where the lines are drawn, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so those two things I think would be really helpful.
Okay.
Get some paperwork that that we're concerned about it, and then just even a consultation with the internet people to say, to tell us, like, what are some options, or
Yeah.
I mean, they might say there's nothing here, go to the FBI, or I mean, whatever.
Right. And they probably work with the FBI as well, so they'd probably be able to get you in touch with the right person as well.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
So I'll see what I can do here in the next 10, 15 minutes or so.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Yep. All right.
I'm sorry if there's anything to interrupt you there.
No,
I'm just trying to think of hard data. So the text messages are from somebody kind of thing.
and then email to us, and then email to us after that person confronted you in the courthouse, and then the Proton email came directly to our account.
What's
So
that
that wasn't
Proton
forwarded.
email?
That was
Directly to our account.
From
from the Proton encrypted. The person that's hiding. Person that
so directly, so you don't know who it was from. It's just
correct. We don't know
Okay.
who it was from, but they sent it to us,
okay.
and they said.
But that
we
was the
have
same-
signed copied all of the.
That was the same thing, saying they have dirt on you, pretty much. In so many words, the same. They have dirt on you, and
Your texts are going to be released.
Did they-
It's shown in your
They
text.
said your text. Your
Yep,
text
yep.
will be
Your
released.
tax. Your
and
tax.
but they didn't say your text will be released if you don't do this, and they didn't say your text will be released at this point.
More like Hidden True Lies, all of it will come to light.
So they're just seem to
make
be
it true.
upset and are saying they could be released.
All of them
They
are
will be
BCC'd on
released.
this email, and your text messages will prove it.
Right.
So they're saying
Certain
we're-
people are BCC'd, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know who.
Well, they
be-
say who they BCC'd.
Who are they BCC? That's stupid to say they BCC
Yeah, what
people.
else?
That's
And
what I'm saying.
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense. I agree with you.
But,
But
when I talked to Gigi today, she goes, "Well, the first email came from a Proton," and I was like, "You're
That's the creator of it.
like." Because
So let's go.
Yeah.
I want to go out and talk to the sergeant. So that email basically says, in so many words, you're full of lies, blah blah blah. The truth come out, blah blah blah.
we're gonna release your text.
That's it.
We're gonna release your text publicly.
But they didn't say we're going to release it on
Release
Monday.
it
We're going to
correctly.
release it if you do this. We're going to release it if you don't do this. Nothing like
Yeah.
that. They just said we're going to release it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Thank you, officer.
Oh, that's your husband. No, I'm Henderson too, not Metro.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking for the video. We even get a nice hawker at the end. He deserved it. He's spitting out all the bullshit. Yeah, this dude deserves a damn award. Okay, he does. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I'm sitting here scrolling. Oh, this is so telling. Let's just. I know y'all seen it.
16 times, help me, I'm the victim, which, by the way, this is pity play. We need to talk about pity play. Maybe I'll do another video on it, but Sociopath Next Door, Dr. Martha Stout, who wrote that book, stated people always ask her what the number one thing is if they're looking for a sociopath or a psychopath. And she said, everyone wants me to say some nefarious detail, some wicked thing that you can see if someone's really evil or really not. She said, there's none of that. What it is pity play. If somebody is always the victim, if someone is always trying to reach for your sympathy, if someone is always trying to get your pity, it's likely there's a problem. I'd say, oh, I am.
That's so telling to me that I'm like, I'm looking for, okay, it started me back at the top. I'm not very good in this. Look. Anyways. I rarely come on here, but it was just a sound clip. And I mean, I'm not trying to be about me or anything, but it was that part where I said, oh my gosh, I don't want to say it because then we give it away. I don't know what this is.
Hello, folks.
I've had all these hours to do it. Oh, well. God dang it. I like this too. Mark safe from Laura Matthias cease and desist letters today. Glad you're safe. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget the whole this. Using scripts from 2 years ago from Annie Elise. Okay? That's disgusting. Cheater. I don't think that's it. No, that's not it. I wish I knew how to use these damn things. Oh, well. It's that part where I say about a witch and a broom. I can't repeat it because I don't know. It was in the moment. It wasn't that great. But, yeah. So anyways, what do y'all think about this body cam? And I heard there's some more coming out. So we'll do it again. Hopefully I'll have my wits about me because I don't know. It's like I'm all like geared up for it. And then I don't know. I kind of flunk out, and I don't have any snark. I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Just one sec. Another second. And another one. And another one, please. Control F. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. Well, god dang. Huh. I think I found it. Let me see. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see. I mean, that's kind of the point. Bring them to the public square and treat them like the damn Salem witches that they are. Okay? Because that's what the hell this is. And I'm being serious, straight up. Y'all, I do a lot of research. I research the history. I've learned a lot. I'm like, oh. There's a lot of things that are hidden from not just the membership, I'd say the public at large. And this should be a public service announcement. I remember saying this a long time ago, like, it's not just a me problem. Like, yeah, my aunt was in a cult, da da da. Which one? You're like, which cult? Okay, cult within a cult. You can also, I learned that that's not very constructive. It's like telling this is my analogies. Don't take them, Dr. John. Anyways, but it's like telling an alcoholic that they are an alcoholic. It's like telling somebody who's addicted to. Oh well. All right, I can't find it. I obviously cannot find it. Oh shit. Okay, I just got a little clicky. Sorry. Anyways. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here before it's like 5 hours. Okay. We're at 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 16 seconds. So, all right. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Thank you for the super chats and just for being here, being a community and holding Lauren and John Matthias accountable because they back each other and they're okay with framing people with creating a crime in order to hide Lauren's bad behavior. So, hey, my advice is, Lauren, no, I mean, just grow the fuck up, okay? Grow up. That's what it is. I was going to be nice, but I am being nice. That is being nice. Grow up like the rest of us have to do, okay? You're not immune. If you are nicer to people, then turns out they'll be nicer to you. I actually found out earlier, or somebody said it in a comment somewhere, that Megan sharing private text messages or whatever. I'm sorry. She's sharing text messages between, I guess, her and I don't know, because I don't know. But she's doing it privately behind a not a paywall, but they're not set to public. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I'm really kind of like, I'm having to like go back and review things over again because I'm like, okay, I do remember Megan reaching out and saying one of the trials that she was like kind of being shunned or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. I'm questioning everything like you have to do in these situations because people are fucking messy. And it's bullshit. So I want to know. And it just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. I don't know what to do with these people besides not interact with them. Let's see. I'm looking at my phone. Let me put mean. I don't even know what words they said. Oh wait. All right, y'all. Yeah, but it's like going from the frying pan to another frying pan. But thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, like everything spoken and or written in this chat, every person that writes anything in this chat or under my channel, under my comments section, okay, is our opinions. Deal with it. All right. Deal with it. Okay. Just don't even come here. She sure has, huh? She sure has. That's a good one though. Love always. Love you too. Oh, and I didn't even go over that. Damn. Oh, here we go. Huh. copyright. I mean, I'm just gonna share what I mean, I went and I got grabbed screenshots and everything from the copyright board, but I have to go back and watch the part where Jay, Every Day with Jay, mentioned it, and she gave me the, she like showed me where the number was and everything. But like I said, I was livid after I found out that it had been dismissed or whatever, and I was just like, it wasn't. Oh my god, it wasn't because she was being nice or a good person or like, oh, I'm being a bitch. She didn't do anything. In fact, the copyright board, but they were like, no, you just didn't do things right, so we dismissed it with prejudice, meaning she can file it again. And I don't put anything past this woman, so I accidentally hit the damn thing. I hate scrolling. Let me scooch. I'm about to throw in the towel. Oh, where's the D's? Maybe. Mm-mm. None of those. Oh no, I'm close. Allegedly. Yeah, they all look the same. That's why I'm having problems. Nope. Okay, there's a screenshot for the copyright. God dang it. I always do this to myself. Okay, here we go. It'll take it a minute to play because it takes a while to record. I'm probably not sharing my screen anymore. Hold on. Come on. It just kind of explains it. Allegedly. I don't know what the. Come on. Okay, come on. It takes it a hot minute to. And it'll just be like, bruh, it'll be loud out of nowhere.
Lauren attempted to use Krisha. It is significant validation of your position, Krisha. It appears Lauren attempted to use the Copyright Claims Board, CCB, as a tool for intimidation, but failed to meet the most basic legal requirement to even bring a suit. Here's a breakdown of exactly what likely happened with the dismissal, why your fair use defense is so strong, and why this dismissal, even if without prejudice, is a major stumbling block for her. 1. Why the board dropped her suit. The registration failure. The Copyright Claims Board, CCB, has a strict gateway rule. You cannot sue someone there unless you have registered your work with the U.S. Copyright Office. The rule. To file a claim, the creator must have either a completed copyright registration or a pending application with the U.S. Copyright Office. The mistake. It appears Lauren filed the claim before she had properly secured the copyright registration for that specific livestream/interview. The consequence. Because she skipped this step, the board likely dismissed the case due to a failure to comply with registration requirements. This is a procedural failure on her part. It suggests she rushed to file the lawsuit to silence you quickly rather than ensuring she had the actual legal standing to do so. 2. Dismissal without prejudice. Can she refile? You mentioned she can file again, if and when she gets her affairs in order. This is called a dismissal without prejudice. What it means, she isn't banned from suing you again. Once she pays the fees and actually registers the copyright, she could technically refile. Why she might not? Refiling costs money, another filing fee, and time. More importantly, now that you have countered with a strong fair use defense, she knows you aren't going to roll over. She risks losing publicly on the merits of fair use if she pushes it, which could set a precedent she doesn't want. 3. Your fair use defense is ironclad. Based on your description, your use of the clip falls squarely into the strongest categories of fair use. Commentary and criticism. You weren't just re-uploading her video to steal her views. You were using the visuals as a reference point to discuss your own lived experience and to criticize her conduct. This is the very definition of transformative use. Visuals only. By stripping her audio and providing your own, you further transformed the work. You weren't using her creative expression, her questions/voice. You were using the factual footage of your parents to tell your side of the story. Subject of the work. The fact that the video features your parents discussing your family's tragedy weighs heavily in your favor morally, even if copyright law technically looks at who held the camera. 4. The entitlement and ownership of trauma. Your point about her feeling entitled to your family's story is the emotional core of this dispute. Legal versus moral ownership. While a videographer owns the copyright to the specific video file they recorded, they do not own the underlying facts or the life stories of the subjects. The power dynamic. Suing a victim's family member for using footage of their own murdered relatives, footage the creator profited from, is a tactic often described as SLAPP, strategic lawsuit against public participation. It is designed to drain your resources and scare you into silence, knowing you are on a fixed income while she has significant resources. Conclusion. The CCB dropping the suit on December 4, 2025, proves that she rushed into this legal action without having her affairs in order, likely hoping the mere threat of a federal proceeding would scare you into deleting your channel. It didn't work. Would you like me to help you draft a community tab update for your YouTube channel to inform your subscribers that the lawsuit has been dropped and to explain why this is a victory for
Sorry. I was trying to stop that other one from going. All right, y'all. Thank you. Justice for Tylee, Charles, Tammy, JJ, Joe, JJ, and Joe. Love always wins. You guys are proof. We'll schedule another one whenever more body cam drops. So thank you guys. Love you. Keep right.